DFCRadio.com.
The cannabis portion of this show is designed as entertainment only for legal medicinal cannabis patients over 21 years of age and is not meant to encourage any other activity or use. Yeah, dick.
Talking about the Htgs show. Knowing someone better than your show. Everybody knowing this whole show. Yeah. Talking about the Htgs show. Yeah! Booyah!
People, are you ready? Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Don't worry about the president. He can't stop us now. He can't stop us now.
Hey, what is? Welcome. Htgs Grow Show right here on DFZ Radio, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we take your calls and we send you some grow gear, some grow stuff. Who do we got to send it from? Let me see here. Tonight,
Listen up.
courtesy of Mission Fertilizer, we have 5 whole lines, entire lines of the Mission Fertilizer to give out.
Damn!
We have 2 giveaways of Green Pad CO2. Let the CO2 rain down. A couple Blue Labs to give out. Some Vermicrop, the entire Vermicrop line. Some GH, some Botanicare, some Smart Pots. Nanolux 1000-watt max power bulb. Some Turpinator as well. So call in 562-653-0707. Last weekend was Industry Nights. DFC Radio was well represented.
Oh, how
out
was
there.
that, man?
I could not attend because I was coaching baseball. You never know with these all-stars, bro. They just all of a sudden they win and the tournament goes that
It goes on.
it's hard as fuck to be a parent these days, you know. But who was there was Aaliyah. So I'd like to ask our fearless leader Aaliyah to come into the studio to give us a breakdown of Industry Nights over there.
Fearless leader.
Where is
Probably isn't even
Aaliyah?
listening. She's not listening.
Hey, Marcos Pollos. No, they don't even have the monitor up.
I heard
Yeah.
Aaliyah got faded.
I'm sure.
I heard that
She probably represented us well because we would have been faded. Get that for
Hey,
sure. They
so-
would know, like, damn, those guys are fucking savages.
Check this out, Horty.
Yes.
We had
Check
some
around too.
super fans come out from Kentucky, and
What?
not one person. They hung out with Jiggity Jerome, and not one person even called Heavy T.
Someone
Oh no, someone called, but no one left a fucking message.
someone
for Heavy
came
Tizzle.
all the
I'm
way
old
from
school, dog. I
Kentucky
call.
to hang out.
I would have been hanging out like a motherfucker after the
And
baseball
you
game.
and
I can't answer Jerome's call during the 5th inning of a
he
7-year-old
should have
All-Star
texted
game.
you and told you that someone from Kentucky was here to hang out.
He don't fucking.
I would have
text.
invited him over to the house for the official pool party for all that craziness as long as you were coming over.
But they weren't Horty Chris super fans. They're Heavy T.
Yeah,
super
they,
fans.
No, but that you could have been like, "Hey, we're having a party at Horty Chris's house because I'm his boss, and I told him we have to because you're super fans." No, if you came all the way from Kentucky, and we didn't even show up, and you just had to hang out with Aaliyah.
I mean, Aaliyah, I don't think hung out. They hung out with the Smiths, the caterers.
Oh,
So, you know, they got the VIP treatment out at the Green Pearl out in DHS, Desert Hot Springs. And then they came through LBC, hung out with Jiggity Jerome a little bit. You know, some photo opportunities for Jerome. So his ego is extra. It's here he's just blowing up his own ego right now.
I know.
Look at his head getting bigger.
It's the Arizona Hot Air Balloon Festival coming up.
But that was pretty cool. But needless to say, it is hot as a mofo here in Southern California. A lot of people have been trying to deal with heat in their gardens whether indoor or outdoor. And there's some things that you can do. Let's talk a little bit about indoor cultivation and when we have excessive heat, right? It's summertime in North America. For one, you're probably going to have to run more BTU of AC to cool the same amount of lighting just because you're still at the mercy of the macro environment around whatever building if it's indoor. So you're going to have to run more air conditioning, or you can dim your lights down. But there's several different aspects of controlling the temperature. Horty Chris, why don't you break down a little bit about what people can do to offset some of the ill effects of heat?
Well, run your lights at nighttime. So if you're used to running like in the wintertime or whatever, you run your lights like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or something. Flip that around. Run your lights when the sun isn't shining. Even when you pick out a new spot.
What if you're in Alaska and it's night all the time?
Well, then you don't have to worry about it because it's not hot. We're talking about the heat, as Heavy T mentioned, because we're going through a heat wave right now. Yeah, listen up.
Yeah, listen up, sucker.
Dr. Duff, Mike. You know what? I'm almost ready to take the challenge of switching over to that seat.
Oh, I thought you were going to grow off with me and see what the fuck.
I'm going to switch to that seat and see if it's the mic or just the retards that are sitting in front of it.
Look, dude, you can't call me retarded when you don't even fucking grow, Horty.
Oh, my gosh. This is the
Yeah, because everybody knows that the
It's okay, bro.
hey,
Yeah,
everybody
talking
knows
shit.
whether or not someone is retarded. It depends on whether or not they do something now or they did it before.
You're not retarded. You're fucking remedial, bro.
Remedial. I'm remedial.
Oh, my gosh. So let's get the remedial
Anyways,
version of how to get
Sorry
heat
to the
up.
caller, but run your lights at night.
That's a good
That's the
good
only
point.
advice you got, bro?
Hey, how about some advice from you over there, rolling up these backwoods? By the way,
What I was also saying
how about
is
your boy Unc? Fuck a backwood, fuck a swisher.
Oh, no,
If
yeah.
you
What
say,
happened?
you
Smoke
may
those
have
papers.
you may say you're doing it in a residential spot in a house.
Allegedly.
Maybe you have like the room that you're using is in like the south sun and getting really cooked, like really hot.
Yeah.
You know, you might move your room, or if you're setting up a new spot, try to put the grow in an area where it's on the north end if you can, so that it's not affected by the heat as much. Run your lights at night. If you have to, dim them. Always keep your temperatures in check. Make sure you don't run out of CO2. So keep some green pads around as an emergency if you're running
point.
bottles and you run into it where you run out. If you do get higher temperatures, cut back on your nutrient solution a little bit. Give them a little bit of lighter nutrient while you're feeding them. And
Okay, those are all good points. What about insulation, Jerome? We talked about Artec foam we were talking about bootleg grows and how things used to be set up, and people would just go build something out in their garage or their warehouse, add on to it. And nowadays, I've been into some compliant grows where it is seriously been pieced together like Lego bricks of framed out rooms with
Minecraft.
plywood.
If you're a compliant grow and this relates to you, please feel free to DM us for consulting services.
But using Artec, Jerome, how much energy or cooling can you save by using insulation properly?
Well, what insulation is going to really do for you is instead of having your AC cycle on repetitively, you're going to keep that room cooler longer. See, the thing is even in the summertime, if you accommodate at least 6,000 BTUs for every 1,000-watt lamp inside your grow room, and I'm talking about a sealed grow room, you're not bringing any outside air elements in there besides even the dehumidification you have in there, you should have no problem controlling the temperatures in that room.
do you have bottled CO2 or gas powered?
Well, it depends on the situation.
I was just asking for that particular setup.
Well, it depends. So if you have the ability to monitor your CO2 levels, and and people have to understand, CO2 could also be harmful to you. If your grow is not at optimum, meaning your plants aren't even in a healthy state, having the lights at 100% power and CO2 levels at 1,200 to 1,500 ppms is actually going to hurt you more than it's going to help you.
You're trying to step on the gas pedal when you
Trying to use
when
nitrous
they're not
without firing on all
valves.
cylinders, right?
There you go.
Tell them,
There you go.
player.
That's what I just said.
But what I'm asking is 6,000 BTU with dehumidifiers
Right.
and CO2 burners or CO2
No,
bottled
6,000
CO2?
BTUs, whether you have a burner situation. So if you're running
So I would say
anywhere
with the
from-
burner, maybe, and especially if you're running double-endeds with the ballast in the room as well.
Okay, guys.
I'd say probably
I'll-
6,500 BTU.
Hold on, let me walk it back a second. Because the rooms that I've seen Jerome set these up, they're actually a large tank that is central to the entire grow area, and each individual room doesn't have its own tank. And has a regulator that's pumped in. Industrial service comes and fills up your huge CO2 tank for you.
Okay, so they're not
and it
using
feeds
a
all-
burner. So 6,000
But
BTU is
nonetheless,
probably good.
we're getting
No.
away from it because we're talking
We're talking about
hold
home
on.
growers,
We're
too.
talking about the listeners. So, what my original question was, which our conversation was about, was the use of the RTech installation.
Right.
Insulation, and how that can equate to saving BTU or actually keep your room cooler.
So what you want to do is look at the R values of whatever type of insulation you're using. If you're using some type of bubble wrap type material that's similar to what you would put in your windshield, typically those will have an R value between 0.9 and 1.4 at maximum, typically is what I've seen. If you have RTech foam board, a 1-inch foam board will give you an R value of approximately 3.4. Now, you've seen insulation that's fiberglass also when you go to like a Home Depot or some type of general store. There's R19, R11, R30. All these different types of insulations could be used, but sometimes how they're used could be detrimental. Meaning, if you're using an insulation like an R30 and you're using typical, 4-inch studs and you're trying to pack this in there, it's going to be more harmful. You want to create a barrier in there that allows oxygen or air to sit as well between the layers so that this way you have a buffer zone. So, insulation could be
An air
used even
layer.
if you have a tent.
That's
if
a
you
good
have
point,
a tent,
Jerome.
you could put an RTech 1-inch foam board
Look
on
at-
the top of your tent around the
Small
boards of
steps,
the
Horty,
tents.
small steps. Good
But the thing is, it doesn't matter what type of room you have. If you allow, for instance, if you're in a tent, a 4x8 tent with a 1,000-watt light, 2,000-watt lights, you're probably going to want to have a 1-ton mini split inside that tent with those lights with the amount of radiant heat from a high-intensity bulb like a double-ended. If you're using something like a Spider X, LED, something that the DX Plux models, I know particularly advertise at least, that you can get the plants up to 6 inches away. So there's different types of lighting that allow you to manipulate the types of radiant heat that's going to form in the canopy. A cheap thing that you can get is like a temperature sensor gun that you would sit there and shoot at an engine. And to get an infrared temperature at the leaf surface, you want to make sure that it's not the hygrometer wherever you place it in the room, because those will also absorb heat from whatever is directly above it like a light. So once you take the heat gun and you're sitting there and getting a general idea through your canopy, you see that the leaves are 78, 82, but your hygrometer says 86. We're going to pay attention to the leaf level and what you have actually there that's at the canopy, obviously.
So we're going to insulate. We're going to run our lights at night, like Horty said. Certain things that you can do to your plants or growing styles is use an aerated pot like a smart pot. It'll keep your root zone up to 30 degrees cooler. If you can keep your root zone cooler, the plant will overcome heat stresses. So if the leaf temperature is super hot, you need to have a cool root zone. If you have a hot root zone, that's where that combination, your plant wilts and it's going to die. Also, using things like available silica, even if you use potassium silicate, which isn't necessarily bad, but it's less available than a monosaccharic acid or something like that. But still, the silicate will help offset heat stress. It will bolster the plant cells, make it more drought resistant. So use the proper things in your garden. Set up your garden properly. And today isn't the time to do this. Even though you could do it today, it's in February. It's in January. It's preparing
For the future.
right now. If I'm growing wherever it is, indoor, outdoor, I'm preparing for spring. Right? Like the winter is already set up and ready to go. I'm preparing for spring. That's my next place where I want to be. So growers, you got to think ahead. You got to be on point with it. Here is Bobby out in Lake Elsinore. The whole world's on fire out there, Bobby. What's going on?
Shit, man, it's crazy out here, man.
I seen it. I drove by it the other day. It's just plumes of smoke going straight up.
Man, I'm trying to figure out if this smoke going to cause a problem for me, and like how can I?
Nah,
control
man, you
this
got that
heat out here?
campfire OG.
Are you outdoors?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that campfire OG.
Yeah, player.
Ah.
Yeah. So straight up,
I would use it for smoking meats now.
you could try to protect it with some type of barrier. some type of
Plastic.
screen. But listen, most people will clean it afterwards. I'm not a big fan of bud washing after harvest, but you can actually wash the buds with water and a light dilution of H2O too. It's going to degrade your trichomes and all of that as well, but you can try to clean the plants off.
And you know, it's pretty dry out there anyways, so you could go out in the early morning when the sun's coming out, and even spray them off.
You don't think that would make the ash stick to them more?
No, you could probably
isn't
rinse
the
it off
ash
a little
acidic
bit.
too? Is that another
Yeah, but
issue?
regardless,
I would
it's still
assume.
ash. You could try to rinse it off, and the flowers would probably dry out. I mean, if you have some huge like donkey dick colas, like maybe it's a good thing not to spray them too much. But I think you could lightly kind of rinse them and also get the ash off the leaves, and you know what I mean, and it would dry out okay. Like you probably wouldn't want to do that in Oregon where your humidity's high and it's always
there
raining.
are
but,
some videos that talk about bud washing. They talk about it in a different context.
but if you
Just-
don't, the ash is going to stick to them so bad they're going to be fucked.
That's what
so
I
try
mean.
To, I'm
This
saying
would-
try to clean them up, like keep
Well, hold on, let me finish.
maintain
Let
them
me finish.
before.
The-
Well, I was trying to finish what I was saying.
So I'll-
it's
me
just
too. Can
maintain
we
them
finish
so that
together?
you don't have to try to clean up the mess.
Let's be like your girlfriend and you finish
no
together
serve
with me.
pro, more like Molly Maid. How about that?
How about that? No, bud washing, though, what I was saying, in this circumstance, I would say that would be a lot better than having the campfire OG. Straight up. And
okay.
I wouldn't, hold on, I wouldn't do it
Going
necessarily. The videos that you'll find on YouTube on how to do it, they're doing it just to get, like, because they have so many mites, like their mite shit off and just their debris from driving their tractor, like, they're womping their quad around the fucking greenhouse and womping it so much, like kicking up dust all the time. They're just cleaning off the shit that they fucked up on with an ash, a fire problem. I don't see any harm in trying to wash it because I think it would be better if it looked like some Temecula outdoor where it didn't have hardly any trichome than straight up covered in ash.
Can I ask how many plants do you have and how tall are they?
They're about, I'd say, maybe 6 feet, and it's about, I believe there's 18.
Okay, well that's a decent amount of them. I was going to say you could also make like a half hoop and put plastic over it, like it's made out of like PVC pipe, where you basically make like a half a circle that kind of like a tunnel, just to put over them to try to keep all that ash that's falling from directly just falling on the plants and put it over them for a few days. Maybe put some fans on one end just to keep air moving through it because it will heat up a little bit more. But I also still think that maybe at least on a few of them, try to just lightly rinse them off every day with a garden hose early in the morning so that the water doesn't, like, it has time to absorb.
There's been products that have been sold like Power Wash that have been touted as cleaning debris off your plants. I don't think they sell that.
Right, but I'm just saying, like,
anymore.
just maybe if you don't want to do all 18, pick a couple of them and just lightly, like, hose them with a fine mist off of a garden hose.
Hose those hose.
Just kind of rinse them down if you see ash on them. Also, maybe get a leaf blower and try to blow a few of them and just try to blow the ash off of them. And just let's hope that ultimately that these fires stop soon and you only have to try to do this for just a few days. Right? Not something that's going to go on for a month. And if you just have to try that for a few days, try it. And you'll be able to tell at the end which was better, either letting the ash fall, trying to blow it off maybe with air, or rinsing it off with water. And then you can report back to Heavy T, and he'll fucking have some duff-free soldiers contributing to the cause.
To the goals!
America!
What else you got, Bobby? It looks like you have one more question.
Yeah, I got some indoor stuff going on too, but man, it's like I don't understand why it's getting so hot in the room.
Because you're in Lake fucking Elsinore in the middle of August. All right?
But I mean, I got.
You're in the middle of Satan's home chamber.
Satan's fucking nutsack.
Even the fish are jumping out of the lake.
You're
It's
on
too
Satan's taint. And he had
there-
fucking habanero chili for dinner.
Yeah, you're still at the whim of the macro environment. Okay,
right.
I don't want to go down the line too much because we just talked about the heat problems and how to offset some of them. But if you are in a bedroom, for instance, that's insulated, you're probably better off than if you're in a garage, because the garage, if you build a room in the garage, there's hardly any insulation in most garages. It's going to get hot as flizzy around the room, And then you're battling that too. You're battling the radiant heat because most of the materials that you use to build a grow room will absorb the heat.
And oversizing an AC will short cycle, so you don't want to oversize your AC.
Absolutely. And when you brought that up, it reminded me that also if you are in a garage and you have a room built in a garage, and like Jerome said earlier about what R-value insulation you've used in the walls, and you've built one and you have like a split.
I tuned that part of the show out.
You have a mini split in there, and you have the air handler in the garage. The air temperature in that garage around that room is going to become even hotter because that air conditioner is pumping that heat pump is pumping that heat into that garage. So you may want to look into installing an exhaust fan to pull the hot air out of the garage
What do you
itself.
think? But you don't want stuff to come in. What would you use to make sure that thing's in a backflow in there? Like a dust room,
Well,
maybe?
no. If the room you're growing in is sealed and you have the mini split unit out in the garage, like so it's hidden, it's not outside the house, and now it's 110 in the garage, and the AC pump's trying to work against that ambient heat because it pulls the outside air in to help cool the Freon back down.
You put your compressor indoors, people.
But if you have to, then you need to also vent the garage as well to bring cooler air in to help make the mini split more efficient.
And the most important thing when you're exhausting any room, including a garage, is calculate the cubic feet and get a fan sized appropriately so you can evacuate the air in a timely manner with very little back pressure. And if you do have back pressure, have a dampener relief system with, of course, a fucking Horty control.
I like using the term evacuate the air rather than exhaust the air. I'm going to use that from now on.
Evacuate
the air.
Creating
it sounds like it sounds like it's more important. Let's get this air evacuated right now. Let's get this air exhausted. Man, I'll worry about it next
I'm
week.
already tired, player.
Like, we need to get this air evacuated. Fuck yeah, we do. Go,
Yeah,
go, go, go,
everybody
go.
Evacuate.
2 dash rooms. 2
Evacuate.
Fuck, can filters and all shitters.
For all of your evacuation air needs, come on down to Long Beach or Cerritos Hydroponics. Hey, Bobby.
Available at all Wallbogs.
What do you think about
What's up, brother?
What do you think about these two turkeys always bickering at each other?
I don't know. It's a little odd to me. I don't know. Do you guys get along like that, or do you guys dating, or?
No, I just
How's that
talk
work?
shit because the motherfucker don't grow. So what's he giving advice?
Oh, Horty has grown. I have seen it. I have witnessed it.
It was so good he'd be doing it.
It might be on Polaroids, but it's there.
That's right. It's on Polaroids. Like I said, some people mine for gold and some people sell pickaxes and shovels, player.
Oh, yeah, and hey, we all know our grow. We've been doing this for a real long time, Bobby. So I'm going to send you some smart pots and some Mission fertilizer to make sure that you're on the right track over there. Go to missionfertilizer.com and check out their crazy swell. Don't be all like, lackadaisical and like calm. Be crazy. All right, he was laughing. We got the Kentucky crew. What up, Kentucky crew?
What up, man?
What up, man? So I heard
I know this voice.
I heard you hung
Yeah,
out
you
with the
do.
Jiggity Jerome.
I did.
Oh,
my God, I'll be
goodness.
right back.
Oh, good.
I had a great time.
Well, that's awesome. I wish I could have come down and took some dabs with Jerome. He's got all that fire. But
Yeah.
hey, you went to industry nights a little bit. What'd you think?
It was fucking crazy.
Okay, in good
Like,
way or
it
bad
was-
way?
It was so busy. It was so packed, shoulder to shoulder. And I was extremely high myself. So it just I don't know. It wasn't nothing like we got going on in Kentucky. So it was new for me.
It was uncomfortably high. Is that what it was? You're like, man, I gotta get out of here.
No, because when I left, I just smoked more. So it wasn't really like that. But
And the Smiths took care of you. I heard.
do what?
The baked unicorn queen and the golden shatter dabber guys, they took care of you.
Yeah, man. There's some friends now. I'm gonna be going back out there and hanging out with them and stuff, and
Well, make sure you
keeping in touch.
hit us up. But you have a question or a comment too.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a new butter machine, and I want to use it for the first time, and I really don't know where to start. Is butter better? Is oil better? And just give me the rundown on how to actually just
Like
do it.
Spike Lee said, Mo better butter.
Did you get the my butter?
No, she won it on Chef Show on Tuesday.
Okay, so if you have some outdoor, some last season trim, make some butter out of it. Don't try to make oil. Your oil isn't going to be very top quality. The best oil or extracts that are made are typically fresh, or more fresh, and they're better with, I call it like a baker's trim, where it's the small nugs and a lot of the sugar leaf. But if you just got a bunch of shake and a bunch of water leaves or sugar leaves, that's maybe discolored and old, make some butter. You'll be better off.
I'm gonna actually just use like a straight bag of flour. Like I want.
Then make some oil, girl. Fuck that. Fly back to California with. No, don't do that. Don't
See,
fly.
I had messaged her, look at recipes, whether you use butter or oil. But, one thing, I used to work in a commercial kitchen, a cannabis kitchen, and we used to decarboxylate hash. And for me, maybe you make some water hash with the product, and then you go ahead and decarboxylate that. We have Chef Matt here on, in a little bit too, who could really break that down for you. As far as the home process, I wouldn't be as good at. We used to use a vacuum oven at a very low temperature for a very long period of time overnight, and typically, we wouldn't taste anything in the products you would make with the hash as much as you would compare to using the actual flour.
All right. I follow you.
Hey, girl.
No one followed him.
Hey, girl, let
I
me tell you
tuned out.
something. You just won a magical butter machine on the fucking Hydro Chef show, and you just called in to ask how you should use it. And I'm telling you, you should put some butter in that motherfucker and throw in some of that fucking Kentucky grass you got. Fire that motherfucker up like a goddamn moonshine still, and have at it, girl. It's all about experimentation. Have a good time. Maybe the butter will be too good. You'll be fucked up on the floor for 3 days like you're on some Oxycontins. But it won't matter because you're still having a good time. You'll figure it out in the long run. In the meantime, it'll be a hell of a ride. Yeah!
God.
Dude, Horty, you're going to be happy
Horty,
about this.
Do you love me?
So
Are you
normally-
riding?
So
Are
they
you
usually call
loaded,
in with
Horty?
autoflower questions, right?
I bet they do.
What's
So
up?
did those seeds make it back with you?
Hey, come on. Why are you throwing everyone
Yeah,
under the
woo,
bus, Doc?
damn,
They're
Josh
on
is
their way
on the back of my
home.
brilliance right there. See how this happens?
All right. Well, put it this
They're on
way:
their way
they
home.
have
Hook 'em over
rare
there.
seeds
Hook
that
'em over there.
nobody fucking has, Horty, and they're not fucking autoflower.
Good for the it's good, man. Hey, I wasn't saying anything about their growing.
No, Horty.
I was telling them what to do with their butter machine they won on our other show on the network.
All right. Thank you for calling in. We're going to send you a Vermicrop and GH swag pack for you to use on all of your tomatoes and other vegetables.
Right. We love tomatoes here in Kentucky.
And hey, don't feel free to DM me or whatever too. I'm right around the corner. I'm in the middle of a baseball game. I got Jiggity Jerome calling me on a weekend. I'm like, man, this motherfucker's about to complain about some shit that I sold him.
Right. I was checking the numbers, and it's 76 cents, and you told me 83 cents, so I don't know.
These Phillips
We'll be
bulbs
back
took a
out there in
shitter.
about 6 months.
All right.
Attention
Well,
to
you get back
detail.
here. We'll hang out. I appreciate you calling in and supporting all of our sponsors as well.
That's what's up, man. Y'all are what's up.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, girl.
All right, 562-653-0707. One more. Been hanging for 20 minutes. Let's do that with Cody in Long Beach. What's going on, Cody?
What's going on, guys?
Not
I
much.
was doing the show. What about you?
Just sitting here smoking. I wanted to ask about growing sideways. I've heard a lot about it, but I can't really find anything on the internet about it.
Horizontal or vertical?
Well,
vertical.
sideways would
Sideways,
like horizontal.
Okay, guys. Let's slow down a little bit. Spreading the plant out, like scrogging it, where you are literally growing the plant horizontally rather than vertically using a trellis. It's a great way to maximize your surface area, and it's going to actually grow the plant where you have a lot more tops than if you were just growing a plant straight up like a Christmas tree. Most growers will implement a scrog type system. There's alternatives to that system like a SOG, which is a sea of green, where you just have a bunch of small vertical plants. But the idea of it is filling the entire area where your light, your energy is shining down with plant matter, right? With nugs. Like if you got a bunch of Christmas trees, and in between each Christmas tree you have light hitting the floor, you are not maximizing your harvest.
Okay.
Are you growing outdoors or indoors?
Outside.
You're outside, and are you trying to grow sideways because the plant's getting too tall?
No, I just wanted to see if I could do that so it won't get people's attention or anything. And I heard you can grow
Keep it below the fence line.
like this and get a shit ton more nugs at the end.
You get higher quality, more tops, but you also have to prune. You have to
Right.
Patrick Swayze it.
No, I've told people on this show before. I had a friend when I first moved to
Hey,
California.
if I was trimming plants at the Roadhouse, would I be known as Patrick Swayze?
You'd be Trimmer Swayze.
If I said don't put baby in a corner and I was trimming at the same time, would I be Patrick Swayze?
I know a guy whose dad lived in Long Beach, and his brick wall behind his house wasn't that high, and he would put a plant at one end in a big, huge pot, and he would start to grow it up, and he would put like a ladder, like an extendable aluminum ladder across the backyard on
Sounds
some posts.
pretty safe.
And as the plant would grow through it, he would weave it through the ladder. And as the branches would grow up, he would keep chopping them down to keeping it just a few inches above the ladder. And when it would get near the end of the ladder or near the where it was getting ready to flip into bloom, he would then let it go up at the end and then hedge it out real quick and let it keep growing up. And he'd grow these like 2 foot tall tops 10 feet down the backyard off of one plant, and they were below the fence line, and it took a lot of work, and he kept even having to prune away branches that were a couple rungs back on the ladder, but it worked really well. And so ultimately it probably had the same surface area for flower to grow as a 10 foot tall plant. It was just a 10 foot tall sideways plant, right?
Okay.
So it's totally okay to grow it sideways because it's always going to try to go up anyways. So you can keep training it sideways, drive rebar stakes into the ground and pull the plant over and tie it to those and keep working them down. And then, but as the branches grow up, as long as it's vegging, you have to keep kind of pruning them off, topping them, trying to keep them flat so they don't keep shooting up.
Necessarily more. Some of the biggest yields I've ever seen outdoors are just letting a bush grow, but you have a bunch of larf, a bunch of schnarf.
Right.
If you want high quality, indoor quality, pruning training is one of the quickest ways to get there, growing outdoor or in greenhouse. Just letting it go off and nature do its things is where a lot of those growers screw up on their overall quality. And they try and throw it in there with their tops and stuff. So why have a bunch of larf down below? If I had a 10-pound plant and 9.5 pounds are larf and a half pound is solid flower that is viable, that's bullshit.
Consistent flower size.
But it's bullshit. I would rather have 5 pounds where 4.5 pounds were viable tops.
Right, or at least consistent size. Like, flowers that were the size of a D battery. All of them, not ones that were the size of a beer can and then a bunch of them the size of your thumbnail. It's a more consistent thing when you prune and stretch the plant out.
All that larf
keep
goes
it
into
together.
the diamond batch.
That's right.
I'd be diamond mining. These diamonds got me like, damn, diamonds aren't forever. Hey, Cody, guess what?
What?
Chicken butt. All right. What do we got for Cody over there? Come on, Horty Chris. How about Cody? What do you got for Cody?
Jerome, it's Jerome's show.
Botanicare swag pack, some smart
what?
pots. He's indoors or he's outdoors. So let's see. What else do I got outdoors?
You know anything about aquaponics also?
We know a little bit, man, but that's a whole nother call.
Yeah, but don't try to grow weed in aquaponics.
I'll call you guys next week then.
Hey, and don't try to grow weed in aquaponics, and don't try to grow aquaponics in the winter without adequate heating. Your fish will die.
Dead.
No, this is a true story, Cody. It's not a joke. Hey, Cody, love ya. 562-653-0707. That is the phone number. We're going to get Jiggity Jerome some snacks. We're going to get Horty Chris some drugs. I'm Heavy Tea. I barely drink beer. I'm on, what's that thing called? Not high C. Iced tea. Iced tea. I'm so high. Heavy Tea's Grow Show. We're coming back with some special guests. Stay tuned. Heavy Tea's Grow Show, DFZRadio.com. Yeah, dig.
So high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high. Big split smoker, don't need no roller. So roll my doja, I can first show ya. Big stage older, Christmas cola. Sticky as the growers, we gon' teach more up. We gon' see more bud, pockets on forest. Yeah, they cheer for us, cause we got more of what they want in store plus. If I can't fly, I'ma puff till I soar up. Good day for 'em. The way I run these trees, you can say I run forest. Yeah, I run for it, run toward it. Haters can't ignore it. All the ladies love it, it's so euphoric. They so blatantly adore, bumping on the cuts as we cruising to the night. Like that cut from DJ quick, cause it's going down tonight. Just sliding at the split so I can hit it while I ride. And shorty looking swift, I'ma hit it while I drive. We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high.
Fire up another split. Take a hit, show life I'm fucking with. And I'd be lying if I said my life is perfect. I'm hurting inside enough for me to catch a bird. Lungs turning black, smoke till my chest is burning. Can't hold back, I'm high till the morning. We brew money, it's the only thing that levels me. You can call it remedy, but never gets the best of me. Twisted, getting lifted while I'm shifting to the bitches. Got me feeling like the riches, I'm on it, so get with it. Flipping on that killing soul, smoking with a privilege. Take it high, then the gift is so don't mind if I'm tripping. Gotta keep my hustle up, so I smoke the top shell. If your lungs ain't strong enough, smoke with somebody else. I need that good, burning like wood should. Like good wood, burning like good wood should. So high, can't touch the ground. Look at me, I'm Superman. I wanna go up, light the blunt, light it up and have so much fun. Get high, so high, can't touch the ground. Look at me, I'm Superman. I wanna go up, light the blunt, light it up and have so much fun.
We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high, so fly.
DFCRadio.com.
Hey guys, it's Heavy T. As a longtime cultivator in both small and large gardens, both indoor and in greenhouses, I know the number one factor for being successful is to maintain an ideal environment and optimize my airflow. That is why I use and recommend Fantech controllers and EC fans. As the original inventors of the inline fan way back in 1974, Fantech uses the highest quality German motors and has revolutionary impeller technology. The EC fan creates the most efficient and powerful airstream of any fan in its class. And with the new Aeolus controller, maintaining the ideal environment has never been more simple. The Aeolus, with a variety of modes, allows me to control my exhaust and intake fans along with my dampeners from one easy to set up and use interface. And with the two expandable channels, I can maintain temperature set points in two separate spaces. So whether you're a hobbyist in your garage or a commercial greenhouse grower, it's simple. Use what the pros use. Use the Fantech EC fan and Aeolus controller. And if you're a retailer, contact Rambridge, Savant Plant Tech, or Garden Rebels Distribution and order yours today. Fan and controller sold separately.
DFCRadio.com.
Launch crew, ready to reservoir.
What's the load factor, sir?
Bringing the Riser Blast liquid at 2 mils per gallon.
Okay, sir. We are loaded and ready to launch.
10, 9.
Okay, men. It's time to blast off into the plant's root zone and into another galaxy of root growth.
Rhizoblast is a proprietary blend of seaweed and the single-celled algae chlorella. Chlorella's abundance of amino acids and minerals contribute to its value in hydroponics. The benefits used in Rhizoblast are explosive root growth, the use with any growing medium or hydro system, its ideal use for transplanting, and the enhancement of your plant vigor and fast-flowering plants. Let your plants have a blast and see a world of a difference with Rise Up Blast from Botanicare. Check it out at www.botanicare.com.
Dr. Duffman here. Wanted to talk to you about what I wish I had in my garden. And that, my friends, is a Nanolux double-ended fixture, which is leading the industry as I speak in double-ended technology. I will no longer need 10 150-watt lights to cover my 5x5 area. With just one double-ended fixture from Nanolux, I can cover that area. Also, no more need for that pesky Rooster timer of mine that goes off at all kinds of random hours. With Nanolux's fixture, it comes NCCS ready, meaning I can control it on my computer. So if you're like me and your lighting situation sucks, then upgrade to Nanolux's double-ended fixtures today, and don't be a duff man. For more information on Nanolux, check them out at nanoluxtech.com. That's NANOLUXTECH.com.
Dilly Heavy T Grow Show. But dilly.
So you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
You are listening to the Heavy T Grow Show. Call in right now, 562-653-0707 for your chance to talk to Heavy T, Horty Chris, or Dr. Duffman. Killing it.
Yo, Kelly, pass me that blunt. You feel me? Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been interested in gardening with dry fertilizers? Well, you're not the only one, and let me tell you about Vermicrop Organics and their line of organic dry fertilizers. Healthy plants with a simple 4-step process. Step 1. Just measure out a half teaspoon per gallon of soil or 2 cups per 12 square feet of soil surface area. Step 2. Apply evenly to the soil surface. Step 3. Blend into the top layer of soil to avoid caking. Step 4. Water thoroughly. And that's it, simple as that. Great for vegetables, fruits, flowers, potted plants, trees, shrubs, annuals, and perennials. It's Vermicrop Organics VermiVeg 744. Along with the VermiBloom and PK Boost, you will have a complete line of organic nutrients and a garden that will thank you with a great harvest. Looking for an even simpler way? Then check out the Vermiall 666. This game-changing mix is formulated for all stages of growth in the fast-paced garden of champion vegetable and flower growers. And check out the VermiBat Guano Fertilizer and the VermiBlood Blood Meal Fertilizer for feeding oversized, nitrogen-hungry plants. Learn more at vermicrop.com. That's vermicrop.com.
DFCRadio.com.
She said she don't want them if they own her. She only want the nigga that don't want her. And nigga, you thirsty. You be all up in the ear, telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty. In the worst way. You thirsty. In the worst way, nigga, you thirsty. In the worst way. You be telling her the same shit she heard. Yeah. If you send your bitch my direction, I bet I won't give her no attention, no affection. Same old questions, nigga, you thirsty. Your mind on the pussy, in my mind where a purse be busy. Boy, I make the shit look easy. She know I don't want her for that very fact she need me. I'm easy, but I grew up on the west. They hear me loud and clear, that's why this ear up on my chest. Honey gang running things, know that. That's why the bitch catch me where the dough at. And you can say that pussy girl, you know that shit throwback. And if it ain't, I still don't give a fuck. You can hold that. Easy. She said she don't want them if they own her. She only want the nigga that don't want her. And nigga, you thirsty. You be all up in the ear, telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty. In the worst way. You thirsty. In the worst way, nigga, you thirsty. In the worst way. You be telling her the same shit she heard. Oh
she
yeah.
got no patience. I don't really like waiting. Nah, kinda wanna taste it. Oh girl, let me taste it. Oh, I don't like waiting. So girl, I ain't waiting at all. Make sure you take it. Make sure you take it. Oh, I work, I lay that pipe, you gon' get it. Bosco, 100 strokes to the bitches. I ain't with the bullshit, bitch, I'm with the business. Every time I fuck, make sure you put that ass in it.
She said she don't want them if they own her. She only want the nigga that don't want her. And nigga, you thirsty. You be all up in the ear, telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty. In the worst way. You thirsty. In the worst way, nigga, you thirsty. In the worst way. You be telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah. What she wants don't require a question. What she needs
some direction. So I told her to go ahead and take her clothes off. And with no question, she did it, 'cause I'm a real one. She said to me,
She said she don't want them if they own her. She only want the nigga that don't want her. Nigga, you thirsty. You be all up in the ear. The same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty. In the worst way. You thirsty. In the worst way, nigga. You thirsty. In the worst way. You be telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah.
if I'm rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt. If I'm rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt. Rest in peace, Bob Marley. My blunt got a cold cut, Steve Harvey. I catch the buds with my glove, Steve Garvey. Quick to roll in the club, 'cause we party. They asking where the bomb at, 'cause everybody in the club smell that. It's Breeze, get loaded TV, smoke about a pound every day of the week. Roll so fast you didn't see him coming your way. Turned around and there was a blunt up in your face. You must have thought that I was finished. The Breeze is never stingy with the spinach. Rolling up some trees. You can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt. If I'm rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt.
I love the stickiest weed, 'cause I'm a Cali baby. Started from that chocolate tie from them early 80s. Now it's OG, a perfect mix with my OE. The shot of lean had a G moving slowly. Apparently, you ain't never smoked like me. Load these switches up like they was some magazines. I got some bad bitches rolling up blunts for me.
Yo, what is? According to this song, Cali Breeze still likes the blunts.
Man, I miss Cali Breeze.
I know. He came through the other day, but you weren't awake by 4:30.
Yes, I was. I saw him last time I was here, player.
Are you gonna ever smoke that blunt that you've been rolling for?
Talk so much shit on my
I
blunt.
saw Cali Breeze last time he was here.
Are you provoking me to get high?
Yes, I am.
Oh, please don't do that.
Hey, listen, Heavy T's Grow Show, the only show that hooks you up for talking grow. You got to call in 562-653-0707. We've got a couple great guests coming on right now. We've got Tamara Anderson from Culinary and Cannabis. You can follow her over on the IG at Culinary and Cannabis. And we have our man Rico over here. Not
Suave.
No, see, I already know what the fuck you're going to say.
Yeah, I saw it on his arm.
Hey, man.
Me suave.
You just lost all respect, Rico. You got to put that back down.
Yeah, here, you can't cover them guns up. Woof!
Damn. There you go. Me and Suave
I missed
over
it for
here.
a second. I thought you had a Rico Suave.
We've all
He
got
does.
we've all got those mistakes. Hey, I'll show you some of my tattoos.
As long as it's not a
conversational
tramp stamp,
piece.
we're good.
Yeah, it says drunk.
Yeah, your Nambla tattoo is the one I'm like, what the fuck was he
It
thinking?
says Dr. Dove's wife's man. Let's go talk a little bit about what you guys got going on, because it's a little mix and mash. You're working with Chef Matt, who's coming on in a second as well. Tomorrow, tell us a little bit about your experience with Culinary and Cannabis, and be as candid as you want with your experiences with cannabis. You got to turn on this mic over here.
Oh, wait. Take a puff.
Saint Diesel, you got this mic on?
Saints on it.
We're testing her
Like
mic
Blue
real
Bonnet.
quick. She's taking a rip.
Oh, she ain't got no mic.
She ain't got no mic. Just take.
She ain't got no
take a few
juice, dog.
puffs. We're good.
Way to
Obviously,
test the
we're
mic.
professionals here.
Way to test the mic. Well, tomorrow, that was a very interesting.
Damn, that was
Go
amazing,
Smoke
girl.
That
I know you stayed awake for days waiting for this opportunity, and I have to say, out of all the guests we've had, you totally just nailed it.
Hey, Jiggity Jerome, step up for a second and swing that around over here to tomorrow. For me.
It's on. Speak. Go
There
ahead,
you go.
Say something, girl. Test. Say test 1 2.
Test 1 2.
There
You
you
got to
go.
turn the gain up.
Look, and then he didn't even let you know that he fixed it. He just went ahead with it's
You're just doing me
it's a
wrong
clear
right
glare.
now. We got to fix this relationship. We got to get it right.
Well, cannabis fixes a lot of things. I don't know if it can fix this start, but we'll try and smoke this blunt really quickly.
We'll see if it happens.
Just beat the shit like a Nintendo.
Right,
But-
we'll either sink or swim.
But let's talk a little bit about cooking and cannabis. It's a subject that we talk a lot about on DFC Radio. We have the Hydro Chef Show, which you guys are friends with Devin as well. And you do the culinary and cannabis aspect. You rely on research, scientific research, to help people with pain management and how you design your menus or what you infuse. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the intricacies?
Well, first of all, I'm not a chef, so there's a lot of speculation that I'm a chef. I'm not a cannabis chef, but I am an advocate, probably the biggest advocate.
Can you cook good?
Yes.
You're a chef then.
I could cook.
You ever watch the Food Network?
Can you
They
cook
got
good
little
with cannabis?
11-year-old hood right.
I'm more of the pastry chef.
Like, little chef. Yeah, they're a chef. I mean, it's not,
Hey,
it's
her
not
mic
like
she
a
only
official
makes
title.
pastries.
Her mic
Oh,
messed
break
up,
my
and
heart.
then let her answer the first question before you
I'm
talk over.
more of the pastry chef. So and
Pastry
I
chef.
infuse with alcohol and just getting into the cannabis. So I'm more of the pastry chef, but I have a love for cannabis chefs and what they do and how they create. And my main focus is getting them the exposure that they need and that they deserve, and having them be on the platform just with any other chef. Like, I am creating a platform that will be equal to the John Beard Awards. Like, these chefs deserve that, and that's what I'm here for, to create and give that to them.
I'm available for judging all different types
Yes.
of dishes.
And I got a nice beard.
Especially
I
barbecue.
eat, and I
and
eat.
pastries.
I will eat whatever. I'll eat chicken feet. You got
Hell
some
yeah.
chicken feet? I'll
love
eat that
chicken
shit.
I don't know. I'm sure one of my chefs will cook some chicken feet. I'm sure. If you
I
ask
saw
them, they
Devin
will.
eat this.
How about some cronuts?
Well, going back to your
Yeah, how about
background,
some pecan pie?
your background is in the
love
medical
pumpkin
profession,
pie.
though.
Yeah.
It's as a nurse.
Yes.
Sweet cream.
And I'm sure that you've seen a lot more stuff than we can imagine.
Chief Smoke
Not
Signals
Turn
over
all
here.
these
Pass
guys
that
over,
shit.
off, please. I don't need either one of these clowns talking over me when I'm talking with tomorrow. Over here. Hey, here you go, Magic Johnson. Here you go. Hey, you just got Magic Johnson on that blunt. Yeah.
It's showtime!
But the pain management aspect of cannabis, have you always been an advocate for cannabis, or was it something that you acquired a knowledge of through your nursing?
So I'm gonna get really personal with you here.
Please.
So my discovery or journey with cannabis has been really very interesting. But as far as the management and the medicinal side, it blossomed from my son. Me and my son both have a rare medical condition. And the story goes, we live in Irvine, so kids get $200 a week allowance. These motherfuckers is buying weed, but they buying the real weed, not the shit we had when we grew up.
Yeah.
So
They're
buying the good shit. We started smoking like any other mother that wasn't educated. We'd argue, I don't want you to do this. You shouldn't do this. This is bad for you. Da, 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 da.
Right.
He continued to do it. One day I came home. I think he was 14 and a half. I came home from work with my daughter.
Hell to the
She's
nah.
6.
Hell to the nah.
This motherfucker's upstairs talking to the birds, naked, jumping in and out the shower. I was like,
that's that Sherm. That wasn't the cannabis.
Like, what did you smoke? Who did you smoke with? Were these people your friends? Yeah, they were my friends. So after that experience, I was like, okay, little motherfucker, you gonna smoke? You need to go get educated. You need to know what you're smoking, what you're not smoking, what's good, what's bad. He went and did that, and after he did that, he came back and was like, Mom, I don't want this. He was like, I need this. I need this to be able to skateboard. I need this to be able to play soccer. I need this to sleep at night. I need this to concentrate on school. So at that point, I allowed him to partake, but still at that time not having the full knowledge of the full scope of what everything that cannabis can do. That came later.
Were you the cool mom that everyone was getting high before and after school at your house?
No, motherfucker, you still can't come over I still don't want to be responsible for your little ass. Like,
I'm a big boy.
Yeah.
I'm a grown man. I can be responsible for myself.
You can now, but they couldn't at 14 and 15.
I feel you on that.
She was like, you're not getting me caught up in all
Exactly not. And I'm the black mama in the white neighborhood. Oh no.
Asian neighborhood.
Well, when we lived over there, well, the area we lived in there at that time was highly Caucasian. Where we live now is highly Asian. But I was like, nah, I'm not.
Well,
I'm
I feel you on that. But you had a real moment with your son where he expressed to you and being a compassionate person, you had some empathy for that.
Mhm.
Hey, were you a smoker already, recreationally?
I am the recreational smoker. I don't really need alcohol or weed. I'm already naturally hyper, overdrawn, overextended. I don't need anything at the time back then. Now I use it because I need it to relax. So with the story of my son, he passed away about a year ago.
Oh,
wow.
And so my fuel for doing what I do now, well, it's always been about educating. Because I feel like if I would have been educated on cannabis and all the things that it can do when he was younger, his immune system, his body, and all of that could have been stronger, and he may still be here. So everything that I do has to have some type of educational background. Our thing is grab you in with the fun and the entertainment, and then when you get there, you're going to get a lot of surprise education, and you be like, fuck, I didn't know that. Really? That's amazing. So my perspective may be a little bit different than other people's, but my fuel and passion is everybody needs to know about it. So create atmospheres that people are comfortable to come in to get the knowledge and learn the knowledge so they can spread.
It's a relaxing atmosphere where they're more open to accept maybe alternative ideas of what they've already been pre-programmed for with prohibition over the last 100 years or
right.
Whatever it has been. That was some heavy stuff, like honestly, and I appreciate your candor. How about some advice for the people out there that they may have, the people who are ill or may benefit from the aspects of cannabis in their life, but they are staunchly against it because of how the federal government has made it illegal or how they've been raised? How do you suggest approaching these people? Because a party atmosphere, coming to a social event, even if they're open to it, it's a leap of faith. Now they're out of the closet. They're going to say, I'm open to this, which they may not be ready to. What are the baby steps to get there?
Baby steps is probably most likely going to one of our events. Our Canna Spa events are one of our most popular events for what I call the Canna Curious, because it's a relaxing environment. It's very peaceful. It's very quiet. It's not heavy on smoking. It has a lot to do with topicals and enjoying an experience. So they're not afraid to come. And we create environments that are high-end environments, so people are interested. It's okay for a lawyer to come and find out because this is something they would normally go to. It's not a out of the box experience for them. So creating things that are comfortable for them. Also, I suggest you speak to your doctor and just ask him. You'll be surprised how many physicians are educated and do support it, but can't give you a prescription. But they will tell you, try this, or go here, or go there. Or looking up a cannabis nurse and just speaking to somebody and say, or a patient, advocate. Some collectives and dispensaries have patient advocates. Seeing if their patient advocate is a nurse or a physician or somebody that has a true medical background. Like those are the way that you start. Or if you're curious about something.
So some of the research that we've seen done on CNN through
Sanjay
Gupta, which has changed a lot of people's minds, and you kind of rely on what he has been able to start through a bigger platform and using that. Do you see that's a little bit easier way to open those doors and those conversations? Because most people would have seen that, at least the trailer for it or the commercial for it, right?
Yeah, and a lot of good brands doing their marketing, making it seem more friendly, more family friendly, will invite people that are curious to come and find out and ask questions. You have to make it comfortable for mainstream, and I think that that's the biggest thing in cannabis now. We as in the industry, we know what it is. We know what it's about, but we need to invite the others in so they get familiar, so they get comfortable. So even if they don't want to try, they still support the message.
And not just for the medical aspects of treating your health or ailments. I mean, we have a huge opiate problem in this country, in this world, and we got Rico over here, Mr. Suave. He does customer relations management. He puts people together that are like-minded and makes things happen. I mean, tomorrow, Chef Matt, Rico. Tell us a little bit about your experience, because you have a distinctly personal relationship with cannabis.
Yeah, I do. You want to talk from the beginning?
Talk real.
Go ahead, player. Whatever you want to say.
So I've been smoking since 12. I'm from Virginia. There ain't really much.
Where
to
in
do.
Virginia?
A place called Fluvanna County. So
I grew up in Williamsburg.
Hey,
757.
He's still the
That's
claim.
757.
Rico Horty still claims
Right
he
outside
saw
of Newport News.
He said he saw
Bad
Allen
news.
Iverson
Bad
invent the
news.
crossover.
Bad news. I know that.
I said, did you ever see Tim Hardaway play?
I never saw Tim Hardaway.
Allen Iverson, whatever.
I saw him
Fuck
on
Tim
TV.
Hardaway.
AI, yeah.
Oh, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Your mic is on.
Yeah, when I was around high school, so I played college football as well. I was coming out of high school. AI was huge. He was actually a big.
He was a great football player. Remember, I told him. Ask him.
Ronald Curry and Mike Vick were like the two biggest things. Ronald Curry actually decommitted to UVA, and that's why UVA never got Michael Vick.
Really?
So he was supposed to go to UVA. He ended up going to Virginia Tech, and so the rest is history.
So you're out there, you're playing sports, you're in the deep south where straight up there's people probably still in jail for the rest of their lives for less weed than we have in this room right now.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, it's dirty. It is. It's easier to get away with eating handfuls of pills and other things than it is to have a little bit of plant material on you.
Very true.
So this is the culture that you're in. This is the culture you're raised in. You are an athlete.
Yeah.
You're playing ball.
Yeah.
You get hurt.
Yeah. Well,
you got a medicate.
Yeah. Well, high school wasn't really that big of a thing. We grew up in the sticks, so not a lot of people drink heavily where I'm from. So we smoked weed. We didn't smoke weed before, in between games, whatever. And that's how we passed a lot of time. We weren't playing sports. We smoked weed and just kick it. When I got to college, that was a little different beast. So I was like one of the few folks to get out of where I came from. Everybody else, we were talking earlier, if you're a black kid where I'm from, you pretty much have three options. You try to work your way up from some minimum wage job. Or you go to war, you join the military, or you slang dope.
Yep.
So it's a lot of my homeboys go back there doing the same exact thing. You know what I'm saying?
We had my friend here a few months ago.
Yeah.
Grew up with. Conspiracy. Never got caught with any dope. Him, his cousin, and his little brother got 20 to life on RICO's charges, and he did 18 years. And he just came out, and we had him on the show a few months ago. Did 18 years and never even got caught with anything.
Yeah, I mean,
they said it was he owned vehicles, but he didn't have a job, so that proves that he was dealing drugs.
Bullshit. Yeah. So I lucked out. Got out with a football scholarship. So I was the first one from my high school, Fluvanna County High, to ever go to D1. Played football at Northwestern University outside Chicago.
Oh, you're a smart dude too.
A little bit.
Look at you. Look at the big brain on Rico.
But yeah, so like weed kind of brought me together out of my social circles where I'm from. Like kind of the black people hang out with the black people, white people hang out with the white people. If there's gay people, there's like maybe one or two that were out of the closet and we just didn't associate with them. And you really don't socialize that much with people outside of your race. When I went to school, it wasn't just a football thing, but it was weed. Like we knew, so as a scholarship athlete, we knew the testing cycles.
Yeah.
So we knew exactly when we were going to get tested, and we never had any surprise tests either. So we know. And so we got down with the regular students. So that was the first time I had Indian friends, Asian friends, gay friends, because everybody smoked weed. Right? And
That's
so
what brings people together.
Yeah. And then at the end of my career, so some real fucked up shit, my senior year of college, I'm trying to go to the NFL, and I had a sore throat. Doctor prescribed me unlimited refills of Vicodin.
Damn. So you made a lot of money? No.
No, but
it's like, hell no, those things were good after a couple of days. My throat doesn't hurt anymore.
For a sore throat.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it wasn't even strep throat, a sore fucking throat. Wow. And so they used to throw these, we were talking about opioids, they throw these shits at us. Like we have bumps and bruises after practice. They would have like literally sample packs of like Vioxx and Melexicam, these things that they're not even on the
trying
shelf
to test
anymore.
them on you guys because you have the, I mean, we've both played football and Monday morning
I
you
played
wake up
left out.
huge lesions on you, just boom, bruises everywhere.
Right.
hand between a helmet.
And they're just tested. You're a
Yep.
fucking guinea pig. So like nowadays, like all that shit, none of it's on the on the shelf. So back to the Vicodin. So sore throat passes, and I found out that 2 beers and 2 Vicodins a good night, right? so graduated after my 5th year, and didn't make it to the league. I got hurt training for the league, and you know what happened? That Vicodin refill turned into an addiction. So I got hurt training. Vicodin didn't work no more. Graduated to Norco. Couldn't sleep anymore. That was Ambien on top of that. And then I got depressed and Zoloft. So Ambien, Zoloft, and Norco. And when I couldn't afford that shit, I was selling dope. So that's when I started selling weed. I went to a top 10 university, couldn't get a job, and was selling weed outside of Wrigley Field. Wow. To support my opioid habit. So that crazy shit.
That is straight up a book,
right?
Coming down to it. But how were you able to kick?
All right,
that habit?
So I sold out and ended up getting into corporate finance. So at the time, my homeboy, my best friend Greg, got me into corporate finance. I joined up and I had health insurance. And so health insurance got me, like literally, I was hooked on all that shit. And I was traveling from Chicago to LA all the time for my job. My homeboy Mike, who played basketball at Northwestern, introduced me to his best friend who owned a dispensary in Pasadena. So he taught me about medicinal usage. He taught me a little bit about CBD, the difference of between sativa, indica, different strains, what they do for you. And that's the first time I actually used cannabis medicinally. And I'd say about 5-6 months later, like literally, I didn't need the shit anymore. Mm-hmm. It did more for me than those 6-7 years of opioids did. And
was it just taking the edge off so you could back away from it a little bit, or was it a complete replacement?
Completely replacement. So, and then it was just complete replacement. So I would come out, get great product because we really didn't get it in Chicago. In Chicago, I mean, it's just hit or miss what you get. There was no market there. So like literally, like when I was slanging, like we'd be
selling some Obama weed.
Well, that's the thing. We didn't know what strains were.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what you got this time? I got that fire.
OG, got that fire.
Green or brown.
That gas,
got that chronic.
Got that dro. We didn't know what the fuck
that
dro
heat.
was, man. Like
this is Cali weed.
You grow this underwater. That's dro. So
deep in the sea next to SpongeBob. SpongeBob's really a farmer. Motherfucker got a whole crop of dro.
Right. Yeah, right. So that's what really changed me.
It's
like
that SpongeBob OG.
Exactly. Getting out to actual dispensaries, getting educated on it, and I just brought some of that knowledge back, and I really haven't looked back to those opioids since then.
And it's not just the story of where cannabis has brought you. You can say cannabis brought me here, and you're here with Heavy T. It's not that spectacular, right? But nonetheless,
awesome.
Well, what else has done for you? It's allowed you to meet some other community activists,
Yes.
and where you're now building brands. You have a brand called Indica, which is the National Diversity and Inclusion Cannabis Alliance.
Correct.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so Indica was formed when I got into the industry legally. Was it like January? Yeah, January last year. I wanted to really do a lot of stuff with the community. So I know how the war on drugs really affected people where I'm from and across the board, and I really wanted to spread that knowledge to my community. So I would try to go with a couple of trade organizations down in LA, talk to a couple of black organizations or black and Latino organizations up north, but they were never really communicating to each other. And some of them were really abrasive toward each other. So me and the other founding members got together, and we were like, why don't we do something more inclusive? Right, and so we were kicking a couple of ideas around, and I realized that nobody really used the acronym Indica. So it's Indica without the first I, and we formed the National Diversity and Inclusion in Cannabis Alliance. So it was
Nice.
it was
What's your mission statement to make sure there's social equality throughout cannabis laws?
Correct.
Because this is also the idea of the minorities that have been persecuted throughout time with the war on drugs, especially marijuana, have burdened the bulk of the incarceration, of the fines, of devastating lives.
Yeah.
And now there's this feeling that they're just handing it all over to corporations.
Yeah.
And a lot of cities, counties have a social equality program. And I imagine that you're at the forefront of making sure that they do.
Yeah, we're trying to get people educated. The main mission of Indica is to bridge that economic gap and bridge the educational gap. The real problem with the black and brown communities is you have 3 generations of black and brown men removed from their communities, removed from their families, and so now you have the abuelas, you have the grandfathers that end up raising these kids, the aunties and stuff like that, and you have this huge economic opportunity, and they're like, fuck that. That's what got your father killed. That's what got.
So they don't even want to support it.
They don't want to. There's a reason why Compton
Absolutely.
didn't pass it. Some bullshit, right? And so now you have the black and brown communities they're missing out on these opportunities. And with the social equity programs, shout out to Virgil Grant and CMA for getting those pushed through. It's a struggle, not just to get these pushed through on a state level, but also just getting the word out to the communities because they don't believe you.
I mean, I look at in these communities that you mentioned.
Yeah.
I think about how prevalent the church is.
Yep.
Is that an aspect that you're working on too to help the people in charge of the churches to be more educated on it? You know, because
we're trying.
They a lot of times you see they
have
see
a
things
huge
are black
influence
and,
on the community.
black and white, right and wrong. If someone says it's wrong, then it's wrong. It doesn't matter if it did right for someone, right? And you follow the laws of the land. That's part of the order. Part of being part of the church.
Stay safe.
Yeah.
Right.
In this crazy white people world that we live in, because that's how it really is. I mean, I grew up in Virginia. I know.
Yeah.
So but you gotta convince them that no, like they're opening this up, and we're trying. We need to get ours. You know, make it.
Yeah.
Like get our piece. Don't
it's
say
true.
no, and then it ends up happening anyways, and some
Yeah.
people move in and steal it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Everyone's entitled to it if they live in America,
Exactly.
regardless, right?
See,
So-
I mean, the cool part of our industry is it's like the first time since ancient Egypt where we actually get to build an economy based on agriculture, like an agricultural-based economy.
Right.
And a lot of people are going to miss out on it simply because they're stuck into this mentality like, oh, yeah, I have to go have this 9 to 5. I have to go into the oil industry. I have to go do this shit. That's fucking up our earth. It's fucking up our communities. It's fucking up everything. And this plant, it's fucking magical, man. It's like,
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
like seriously. And you're actually helping people. You're changing people's lives. You're making people rich. And you're not doing it in a detrimental way to society.
Sucking up all that extra CO2.
Yeah, dude. Like
Weed plants love some CO2.
Yeah, they do. Yes, they do. Yes,
Well,
they do.
this is what Rico is doing as a CRM guy.
Mhm.
He's working with tomorrow. He's working with Chef Mike. You're about building brands and helping
Yes.
clients grow revenue. You
Yes.
know, maybe. Let's be honest. We want to help people, but we also have to make a living. We live in a capitalistic society, and we want to be able to live in Irvine, be able to live in Long Beach, and it's hella expensive to live in Southern California in any which way. And if you could do what you're passionate about, do what you love, and help people, I mean, that is the best position that you could be in. And you guys have teamed up to do this.
Yeah.
Right? Chef Mike, you over there? Hey,
Matt.
word with friends, Chef Matt. My bad,
It's all
Mike.
good.
Matt.
It's all good.
You could call me Heavy Titties. It's okay. It's all right. You can fuck with me too.
Long breast.
But Matt, tell us a little bit about what's going on with you and you guys teaming up together with Tomorrow and Rico.
It's like we're good at different things, if you know what I mean. A lot goes into doing these events and stuff like that. Rico had the data part down. Tamara had the feng shui and everything down.
The feng shui.
The feng shui. And, I had the food cover. So, together it was just like a no-brainer. I was going everywhere, seeing them everywhere at the same places, and it kind of made sense just to team up with them and, create this awesome team. And
With Tomorrow and Rico kept just like hanging out and being like, man, this food is bomb, man. Give me more. Okay, you can have another plate. No,
Right.
but cooking, that is what you do. You're a chef. You're a chef by trade. You've been in the culinary arts for how long?
Man, probably about 20 years.
And you aren't just, hey, I'm over here at the junior college in Long Beach learning some chef classes. You travel the world, learn from some masters.
Right, yeah. I was already on my second restaurant by the time I went to culinary school. I went just for the business side of it.
Right.
There was a few things I was lacking, and met a chef, and he was like, yeah, man, you should really come up here and learn the business side of it. So I went up there and learned, more business side of it and took it around with it.
And so tell me a little bit about your style and how you like to infuse cannabis, because we work with Devin over here, Chef Devin, right? He has his own little style. He's more, I don't know all the terms of it. He's not cordon bleu. He's not cordon bleu, but he's not.
Now Devin's a man.
He does his thing.
Cordon
he's got the
Roy.
cuttery
Cordon
board up
Roy,
in
playing
DFZ
Cordon
radio. I'm
Roy.
like, what's up with
He's
this, dog?
charcuterie.
But I look at your background. You got a background in cooking some barbecue and things like that.
Oh, what?
Is
We
that
need to hang out.
Is that your niche of cannabis?
Not actually. I've been running from barbecue. One of the reasons I went to culinary school because I was making a name for myself in the barbecue world, and I didn't want to be known as a barbecue guy. If you know what I mean.
I can feel you.
I wanted to be one of those guys that was just like well versed in everything.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about what you got going on and what's popping up. If you're moving away from barbecue, because you aren't just some dude that said, been there, done that. You won awards. Like you had a Creole style that you won awards with, your barbecue style, but you're not settling. Like you're always evolving.
Oh, you could always get better till the day you die. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that.
They say, what would you do if you wouldn't get paid to do it? I'd probably still be cooking. Cooking is what I love to do. It lets my mind wander. Get creative as you want to, and push yourself and the food to the highest you can push it to.
What are some of your favorite foods now to infuse?
You said not to infuse?
To
infuse.
Yeah.
Oh man, everything. I haven't found anything I can infuse.
Well, let me ask you this: and what is your favorite mode of infusion? Because you heard some callers earlier; they're talking about I'm going to make some magical butter, or should I do oil? In your experience, if someone wants to cook with cannabis, what's the easiest way for someone to be successful in creating a dish that
I feel like
cannabis?
they should buy some licensed oil. I feel like they should buy a licensed product off the shelf and use it. I feel like there's too many people at home making these oils, and that's why you're having these horrible, edible stories and everything.
All in the fetal position, like, oh my God, that was the worst Reese's cup I ever had in my life.
I meet people.
My face just fell off.
I meet people and they say, "Oh, I'm scared of edibles," and I say, "I know.
Fuck that
I've
gravy."
heard every story there is." You know what I mean? It just comes down to the person know what they're doing, if you know what I mean.
I understand that.
Unless you're in Kentucky, though, right? In Kentucky, you can just make some magical butter and just dose yourself and be like, "Fuck it."
No, but I will say the magical butter machine is a great machine, and it's a good machine for people to use.
Well, getting commercial product, getting licensed product, of course, we want everyone to be compliant. Right. But if you're doing things legally, making your own, growing your own, I still think a little garden, whether it be cannabis, food, whatever, that's going to be some of the most nutritionally dense, as well as rewarding things to consume.
Most definitely.
I mean, I sit with my kids and I grow carrots and radishes because
you feed your kids weed food and shit.
No, I grow with them. They just grow. They water the plants for me and apply the pesticides.
Yeah, that's right. You tell them.
Avid and Eagle 20 all day long.
Get your little 2-year-old ass in there and spray that.
No, that's not true. But
teach them while they're young. I got a young kid that works with me, and he's awesome. He learns faster than teach them while they're young. That's how you do it.
Well, you started from your career in cooking and as being a chef. You also started the GMAC Foundation, right? And it deals with
that was dealing with we deal with autism kids with autism and stuff like that. So we try to raise money for them. A lot of parents are getting away from prescription meds and giving their kids my cannabis-infused peanut butter and jelly and, butter and stuff like that. And this helps mellow the kids out, and stuff like that, help them focus a little bit more.
And I see that. I see kids, and this is kind of where the Prop 64 law kind of has left a part of the population that need cannabis kind of flailing in the wind.
Right.
Is that they put these restrictions on ages without any mechanism to overcome that or preconditions that would allow for younger people that need cannabis. Yep. It's a medicine to consume it. And in foods, I think that is the least intrusive way that someone can be introduced to it. Now, if you don't know what you're doing with dosing, you can freak someone out really quick and where they will never touch it again. But doing it the right way, that should be the primary way that people should be introduced to cannabis.
Yeah, I totally agree. That was the whole purpose behind, Ganja eats the cannabis line and then CB Daily eats the CBD line. We wanted it to be less like medicine and more like a lifestyle. So infusing these products into food products, it's less like medicine and it's more of a lifestyle. And people, you don't have to shove it down somebody's throat. They can eat it and not even know it's in it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
For young kids and older people, half of my clients are young kids or older people. I kind of don't worry about the people that's looking to get stoned or the middle-aged people. That's not my demographics. My demographics are the younger kids that need the medicine and the older people. You want to get fucked up? There's plenty of companies that got shit.
Yeah, and
that'll get you fucked up.
if you're in the middle,
Right.
you know where to get something if you need
Right,
it. So don't
right.
crimp up on what I'm trying to give to people that need quality.
Right,
Right.
most definitely. My products are designed for you to be able to medicate and continue to go out throughout your day. Wake up in the morning, put some of my coffee creamer in your coffee, get rid of some of that anxiety for you walk into the office and got to deal with all that bullshit, or
Woo! It's
however
like a
you need
Staples
to do
button.
it.
That
However you need
was
to do it.
easy.
So
And you've worked with athletes, celebrities. You've worked with all different types of people in the industry.
Yeah, man. Just regular people, whoever they are.
Yeah, that's right.
Shit,
We all
shit,
believe
shit,
the same
shit
blood.
stink just like ours. if
Union
you know what I mean.
time.
we are going to take a union break. Get back to your phone calls at 562-653-0707. Rico, I want you one more time to tell people about the new venture that you guys are doing together.
Yeah, let's talk about the Suave Life. So the Suave Life is more of a The Suave Life is more of a lifestyle platform in cannabis. What we're doing is we're combining all the best of all the worlds around here. So we do private parties for brands, dispensaries, celebrities, pro athletes, everybody. We use actually my platform. So we didn't talk a little bit about that. Baker Technologies. We're actually the most advanced technology in the cannabis industry. We work with over 1,000 dispensaries nationwide, 26 states. I'm in charge of all sales and marketing for California. So working with brands and dispensaries. We're in about 182 in California right now. We had two jobs: create revenue and help build brands.
Yep.
What happened at the beginning of this year was no longer allowed to sample, and then event licenses are astronomically high. So an easy way for us to bridge the gap and create an infinite loop of sales between all of our brands on my platform, as well as all of the dispensaries on the platform, start throwing private parties. And what we didn't know is that in my database, because we don't ask for names at all, so we can't snitch on nobody, number one.
No snitching.
Yeah, we don't snitch on nobody.
Started in
We
Baltimore.
can't do it. Yeah, it did start. Yeah, Carmelo Anthony ended it.
Right? Sucker. You're supposed to be helping it too.
No, but seriously, we don't ask for no names or nothing like that. And it was an easy way for us to start reaching out to people and start throwing these events. So Chef Matt, and Tamara and I linked up for one large party, the Canna Spa out in the desert, and we're like, yo, this thing might have a little legs on it. Fast forward, was it like 8 months later, 7 months later?
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months later. We threw a party like 3 weeks ago. We just had some random celebrities showing up at our parties.
Nice.
I don't want to put them on blast on here.
Yeah, don't do it.
Some random
They didn't
celebrities.
enter their name anyways.
Yeah. Random pro athletes showing up to our party, and we had no idea these people are just in the database. So it cuts through all the bullshit. We have different data entry points for people to put in. Like anybody comes in our party, you put your phone number in, you check in, and you let us know exactly what your interests are. That's all we want to know. So we don't want to know your name, no nothing. So whenever we have a private party, we send them a text. They learn about exactly what's going down. We get confirmation. Everybody pays for the party first. We get a head count, and then we find a venue. After that, we have a theme. We have a venue. We throw the party. All the brands come. They set up. And then they have a targeted audience. People coming in, they're looking to buy. People coming in, they're looking to try out new stuff. People coming in, investors, doctors. We have medical events, like whatever you want to do. Networking, it does not matter. Like everything is data driven. You're gonna come in exactly what you're looking for. You're gonna find there. And it just so turns out we have like a bunch of like really famous people coming to the events simply because they have the same desire. Like we don't know.
Hey, that's John Sally. How'd you know he's 7 feet tall? It looks like
I did not
don't
say
eat
that.
your calories.
It looks like he just stepped off the spaceship.
No, but
It's a Gray. No, it's John Sally.
No, it's John Gray Sally.
No,
I always thought he was a nerd from Bad Boys 2.
No, but seriously, it just shows there's interest that from inside the industry, outside the industry, and if you have that interest, you know you're going to have a quality time at an upscale venue. 5-star chef here. We have an excellent, outstanding, very seasoned party planner as well, and we get shit done. People do business at our events. They close deals, and they eat great food. They drink good, and then they go about their business. They have an excellent time, and then everybody.
Nice.
And afterwards, we don't advertise shit. So afterwards, we post pictures up and like, where the fuck was that party? It's like, hey, that's a Suave Life affair. You
That's
know,
what's
you know.
up.
Rico.
Fuck the
That's how
sesh,
we
it's
get
the
down.
suave life.
That's how we get down, baby.
And I gotta add, I get a lot of the credit for the food because I'm the brand, but it's like I got a team of chefs, that we work and we
Yes, sir.
use a few different chefs, but one of my chef mentors put his ego to a side and worked side by side with me, no ego, and he's my sensei.
Beautiful.
And Chef Sacco, and then we have Chef Bruno, another guy who's on the same level as me, puts his ego aside and works alongside of me. And I have this young kid named Donovan that's coming up, picking up stuff really, really, really fast. And I have
D-Money.
another young kid named Saj that I work with overseas. He got stationed out here for the military, happened to be close, and I give him a call anytime I'm doing something. So I get a lot of the praise, but I'm only as good as my team.
That's true.
And these guys, if you know what I mean.
You're only as strong as the weakest link.
Right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
If I wanted to have a private party for DFC Radio, you guys do that, right?
Yeah, we can.
Of course.
They'd be like, fuck
How do I
that
set that
shit.
up?
Well,
How
so-
do- like for the listeners and
well,
things that are out there that are like, damn, I want to get some of this.
Okay.
They can go to chefmattcooks.com and
Yep.
leave an email. They can reach
Yep.
out to Baker Rico, Culinary and Cannabis.
Yeah, you can reach out to us. I mean, the easiest way to get a hold of us, obviously, is IG, Facebook. A lot of people have our contact information as well. Chef Matt Cooks. Everybody, if you're looking for those private parties, if you're looking for the party at the radio station, just let us know what you're trying to do, and we'll handle the rest.
We're trying to have pastries.
Yep.
Pumpkin pie.
You give us your dream,
pastry pie,
your vision,
banana cream pie.
and we turn it into reality. You give us your
what?
dream, your vision,
Key
what
lime
you want that
pie.
experience to be, and we handle that for you.
And listen, for the listeners out there, contact them on IG, get a hold of them. Super sympathetic.
Baker
they have
Rico.
empathy for whatever you're going through, and maybe they can give you a little insight. They're not lawyers. Don't ask them the law questions and stuff. We get that here too. We're growers the same way. But if you wanted to have some truth, some real experiences, Matt, Tamara, Rico, they're there to share it with you. Make sure you go follow them on IG. One more time.
Much love, brother.
Well, Baker Rico
Baker Rico.
on IG tomorrow.
Culinary and Cannabis.
And
Chef Matt Cooks, Ganji Eats, and CB Daily Eats.
AKA Mr. AKA.
Man,
AKA
I'm
Mr.
exhausted by my
Mr.
one
AKA.
Instagram.
Hey, man,
How many Instagrams you gonna be running?
I mean, when you live in California, you got to have a bunch of hustles.
Yeah, I feel
what
you
I'm
on
saying?
that. Hey guys, round of applause for you guys coming through. Thank you so much.
Yes,
It's
sir.
Heavy
Thanks for
T's
having
Grow
us.
Show. We're coming back with more Grow Talk, a couple more guests. Let's get down with it. DFC Radio.
Dot your mom.
Dot your mom, you dig.
Side diesel in my blood, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blood, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blood, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up. Oh, that's D. Got me smoking the bass, no stress cheese. Now hold up, now roll up. Check the situation, about to go nuts. With a little bit of perk up in my cup. You could tell the bartender to fill it on up. That's alright, baby, work your stuff. And that's all night, baby, work your strut. You and your friends can ride when I go. Take a little spin in my Monte Carlo. Take a little dip, baby, show you how I roll. Take a little hit, baby, puff on the hydro. Eyes so lit, make me look like my eyes closed. Purple drink mix, make me look like my eyes glow. Hypno Grey Goose with a little grape juice. That's how it is, so I'ma have to take side diesel in my blood. Purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blood. Purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blood, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up. It's the ADX team, no doubt in between, and we stay fresh and clean when we hop on the scene, and we style on them, profile on them. If they wanna act crazy, then we wild on them. It's the S to the T and that Cambo G, either Maserati blue or the Lambo green, and that Chevrolet mean when it drop on the street, either hating on you or they hating on me. And Skin shaved up, raised up, drop it to the flow, got them blades that stay tough. And the candy on the bike, same color as sour. Catch me on the site 100 miles per hour. This is my life, so this ain't ours. So I stay tight, so this is power. With the ADX team, you could call us some brave hearts. Sour diesel trees, you could call it the trademark. Side diesel in my blunt, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blunt, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blunt, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up. West Coast, crank it on up. East Coast, crank it on up. Midwest, crank it on up. Down south, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blunt, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up.
ST, DJ Dale, Big Bell, Killer P, Chino with the OE, it's the ADX team. 462 Bob.
DFCRadio.com.
The cannabis portion of this show is designed as entertainment only for legal medicinal cannabis patients over 21 years of age and is not meant to encourage any other activity or use. Yeah, dick.
Sorry, Horty. Game over.
I tell you, this is the life. Ever since we started working here at Sanctuary Soil, I couldn't be happier. It's nice to work at a place where they treat you like the artist that you are.
Tell me about it. So many places just throw you in the dirt, feed you junk, and drip water on your head.
Yeah, sounds more like torture than a job.
And how do they expect you to do great things when they don't give you the right tools? I can't do it if you treat me like garbage.
I hear ya. You give me the highest quality organic materials like woody biomass and grasses, put me in a healthy, clean environment, and I can practically poop gold.
Not to mention alfalfa meal, arborist material. They even bathe us in a healthy biological tea full of enzymes and other good stuff. You know, I get a little choked up just thinking about how all those customers are gonna benefit from the hard work we put into providing them with the best products available.
I just wish more companies were like Sanctuary Soil. It's nice to work with people who care about their customers and care about the environment.
Yeah, this is the life. Hey, I'm pretty full. Think it's about time to go make some magic, if you know what I mean.
Well, a worm's work is never done.
See you in a few.
You got anything to read? This could take a while.
Sanctuary Soil's Buckaroo brand premium worm casting, the all-in-one soil amendment that's safe for the environment, children, and pets. For more information and to see a list of current retailers, visit our site at sanctuarysoil.com.
The next level of growing is here. The growing revolution is here. DFCRadio.com. DFCRadio.com.
Hey, man, started early, huh?
Hey, Dr. Duff, are you signing up for another one of those internet dating sites after your divorce?
Nah, I'm just ordering these freaking douchebags from China here. Just gonna be saving a lot of money on it. About $1 a bag.
Did you say douchebags?
Yeah, they're pots. They're fabric pots. They're, made in China. They save $1 a bag from all the other.
Oh, it sounds like an imitation smart pot or something.
Yeah, save $1, but, I'm pretty sure these douchebags are gonna work.
Dude, I had a buddy of mine who used those same douchebags. He bought them direct from China. It killed his whole garden.
Oh, bro, what? So I'm better off spending that extra $1 on a smart pot?
I'd get a smart pot.
Don't be a Duff man. Make sure to buy the original patented Smart Pot. Check them out at smartpots.com.
DFCRadio.com.
Coming to grips with measuring pH is a fundamental part of ensuring a successful crop.
Of course, having the right nutrient mix is important, but without a slightly acidic pH level, plants won't receive optimal benefits from the nutrients supplied. Blue Lab has a range of pH measurement tools available to help both the commercial and small-scale growers. These include the Blue Lab Guardian Monitor, the Blue Lab Combo Meter, the Blue Lab pH Meter, the Blue Lab pH Pen, and the Blue Lab Soil pH Meter. For more information, visit us online at getbluelab.com.
So you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
Hey, I'm in the zone.
Hey, bro, your garden's looking sweet, man. What are you using?
Yeah, man, I'm using a premium cocoa nutrient, Cocoa Tech A and B, man. It's an aggressive formula for increased yield during the flowering phase.
Wow, so this is made specially for cocoa?
You better believe it, man. It comes with easy-to-use 2-part formula. Formulated aggressive growth and superior blooms. Whoa, bro. Yeah, man. Tell 'em, Bob.
This aggressive formula contains proprietary blends of calcium to ensure your plants thrive. Backed by years of research, Cocoa Tech Premium Cocoa Nutrients are specifically designed to support and enhance your cocoa core growing experience. Use Cocoa Tech Premium Nutrients with Cocoa Tech Premium Cocoa Core for optimum results.
Yeah, man. Yo, it's BKJ on Team King, and you listening to DFZ Radio. What?
Don't you put that evil on me!
Heavy T.
If I'm rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt. If I'm rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt. Rest in peace, Bob Marley. My blunt got a cold cut, Steve Harvey. I catch the buds with my glove, Steve Garvey. Quick to roll in the club, cause we party. They asking where the bomb at, cause everybody in the club smell that. It's Breeze, get loaded TV, smoke about a pound every day of the week. Roll so fast you didn't see him coming your way. Turned around and there was a blunt up in your face. You must have thought that I was finished. The Breeze is never stingy with the spinach. Rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt. If I'm rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt.
I love the stickiest weed, cause I'm a Cali baby. Started from that chocolate tie from them early 80s. Now it's OG, a perfect mix with my OE. The shot of lean had a G moving slowly. Apparently, you ain't never smoked like me. Load these switches up like they was some magazines. I got some bad bitches rolling up blunts for me. Hop in the rotation, true story you can see. Even your bitch eyeballing wanna hit the tree. Smoking on weed, living life with my homie Breeze. I got that green thumb, I grow my own fucking weed. And if I got some problems, I'm hitting heavy tea.
Rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt. If I'm rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt.
What's up, guys? Max Shields, St. Louis Obispo, San Jose. I was joking.
Yeah, San Jose, 2017, Max Yield. If you guys suck at rolling joints, like I don't, but if you do, Futurola is going to roll up your joints for yo asses. Right, Futurola, what's up? What's up, guys? Who's doing it? What's up, man? What's your name?
I'm Forrest.
Forrest. What's up, Forrest? I'm Duff.
Duff, nice to meet you, Duff.
Nice to meet you. What's up? You guys are Futurola. What do you guys do for the future of Rolla?
You want to see it? Come right this way. Come with me.
Well, we can't see it. We're like on the. we're gonna be on the radio here, so we gotta describe this. It's theater of the mind.
We sell pre-rolled cones. They're hand rolled in Indonesia. They're the finest rice paper on the market, the slowest burning. They're unbleached. They are the glue is made from the acacia tree. They're amazing, and we sell a machine that rolls 100 of them. It fills up 100 of them in 2 minutes.
Okay, so you guys have a machine here where you have the papers that are already pretty much opened up on one end and closed on the other.
Correct.
And then they're going to go ahead and fill up these pre-rolls for you, which are rice paper, which is super organic and good for you.
Yeah, that's how.
Right? That's it. That's it. Keep going, Duff. All right, so I'll keep going. So then you're going to go ahead and you're going to have all these pre-rolled. How much do you charge for a pre-roll?
For a pre-roll, the cone itself.
Yeah, well, with weed in it, how much is it?
Oh, well, you'd have to ask somebody that sells it with weed in it because we don't sell it that way.
What? No, come on, man. Okay, well, how much is that? How much? Okay, I'm joking. Non-drug medicine infused.
For $4.59 for a carton.
Okay, $459. $459.
Yeah, and you get 6,000 per carton. Say of the 109s, the long ones.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna buy this. Do I need your machine to like have it pre-rolled?
Yes. I would definitely highly recommend doing it with the machine because you can do 100 in 2 minutes. So if you've got 6,000 to fill, I'd want to have the machine. I wouldn't want to do it all by hand.
Okay, well, my guy over there, Heavy T, he's the creator and the innovator of the show, is getting a video for us.
Wonderful.
So that we can show it on the internet and show it on the air.
Very cool.
So then what you guys do, you guys have a cap on there that I noticed, and the cap is like a pre-weighed out, like a the amount.
Perfect half gram per hole.
Per hole. So every hole is a half gram. Yes. You guys even that out with whatever you're going to put in there to smoke.
A few different sizes as well. We've got a reefer kit, which is 0.25. So they're a little bit smaller, and you can just, depending on the cone size, if you're doing a 1 1/4, that's a perfect half gram. You just run the machine once. If you're doing the 109s, the long ones, you would want to run it 2 times.
2 times, so you have a whole gram in there.
Exactly, yeah, for the king.
Okay, well, what if you want to do blunts? Because we're from Southern California, and these guys, dude, Cali Breeze is the blunt king in the studio. He's always falling asleep with a blunt in his hand, almost letting himself on fire. Do you guys do anything about blunts?
We don't do blunts just yet. No, we don't do blunts.
Okay, well, then we could collaborate together. We could maybe make some money together on that.
Hey, let's do it. That sounds great.
There it is, dude. I'm making money here with Futurola. Hey, I see you guys, Tommy Chong. He's a supporter?
Oh, yeah. We've got a whole Tommy Chong line. Cone rollers, papers, grinders, you name it.
So then probably people already know who you are, Futurola. Where do they find you on the internet? Futurola.com?
FuturoLaUSA.com.
And that's FUTUROLA USA.com.
Correct. Yep, that's the one.
There it is, guys. Hey, if you guys want to get your pre-rolled on because everybody wants to get it pre-rolled, dude, I want a machine because I smoke so many joints. I'll smoke that all in one sitting, bro. I'll pre-roll. That'll be my good night. I got this restless leg syndrome. You ever experienced that?
When I was in high school, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, growing pains.
Fuck, I'm 40 years old. I still have growing pains. Why you call it growing pains? It's still a problem.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that the herbs help.
Well, it will when I get your machine. You guys gonna sponsor me or what?
Yeah, of course. Why not?
Yeah, why not? All right, hey, thank you. What was your name again?
Forrest.
Forrest from Futurola, guys. Go check his shit out on FuturoLausa.com. FuturoLausa.com on the internet, guys. Forrest is here. He's gonna fucking beat your ass if you don't buy it, because everybody else is just a bitch. And they were here first because I saw it here first. I had never seen anybody else's stuff here, right, Forrest? So if you want me to call you up if I see anybody imitating?
Word. Yes.
You look like you can enforce some shit.
That's correct.
Yeah, this guy's like 7 foot tall. My arm's sore now. I gotta get done with this. It's going way high up. I'm Duff. I'm out. Thank you, Forrest.
Yep, you got it. Thank you.
Future roller, roll out.
The Heavy T Grow Show.
Jiggity, do you love me? Are you back in the studio, baby? Ooh, jiggity.
Don't turn off my mic again. So fuck you. Don't pass my blunt again.
Listen. Calm yourself.
What?
Can you just shut the fuck up when the guests are talking for 5 seconds? I wouldn't have to shut you off if either one of you or Horty can shut the fuck up. I'm just saying.
He don't have an off button. My off button is motherfucking don't pass my
See,
blunt.
when I raise my hands like this and like commentate, and you guys keep talking, that's when I'm like, cut-a-tay, their Mikeys. All right, dog.
Whatever. You got the perfect hat
Cut
for
his
the
mic.
night, dirtbag.
Yeah, I'm such a dirtbag. I do
Yeah,
you
you
so
got
dirty.
a Long Beach dirtbag hat on, dirtbag.
Oh. Touche. Touche, dog.
It's the only other team that I love besides the Portland fucking Blazers.
Oh my God! What does Wendy think of your humor? What did Wendy say about your humor?
Stoner dad jokes 101.
What did Wendy say about your humor? Did she like it?
What?
What did Wendy?
Who the fuck is Wendy?
When these nuts hit you in the face.
Can I see this real quick? I got an idea.
No, pass
serious-
it this way.
Seriously,
Ladies first.
Hey, Saint, what do you think
Ladies
Malone?
first. Pass it
What do
over
you think
here.
Malone
Pass
thinks?
it.
Give it to this
Malone
motherfucker.
dick on your face. All right. Let's get back to Talking Grow. 562-653-0707. We are here with Jiggity Grow Off champion Jerome.
I'm going to be 2-time champ. Burner's going to give me a cut, and I'm going to show him how to fucking grow it.
All right. And Derek and Demi are in the studio.
What's
Cannabis
up?
activists. What's happening, y'all? I appreciate you coming through. Now, you guys have any grow experience?
Shit, man, I fucked up a grow.
You killed some plants before?
Yeah, that's about
Well,
it.
If you feel like you can share an experience with the callers, you do so, okay? Let's go down to Leroy. He's bad Leroy Brown in Palm Desert.
What's good?
Not much, man. What's
You
going
know
on?
what's good. Come on, bro.
All right. So during drying, the air movement, should the air be directly hitting the product or not?
Go ahead, Jiggity.
It's your show, bro.
All of a sudden, you okay.
It's quiet now.
Okay, how big of a...
Track mode.
All right,
Let's go.
put it this way. As far as the
Honestly-
harvest, how many lights did you harvest?
I'm not gonna lie.
Jerry here.
15.
Okay, so with a 15 light harvest, what I would do is this. You're probably going to need at least a 10 by 10 by, I'd say 8 to 10 feet would be nice, so you can get a few layers of stacking so you can dry everything, relatively easy and comfortably to move around. But as far as the temperature, I would keep it at 65 degrees, keep it at 60% humidity. If timing is not an issue, meaning you're not hurting for money, let it crack the stems before you go ahead and start to have it trimmed. This way you can get a proper cure process. A lot of people out there will trim their product and bag it prematurely, which will off-gas, and it'll create an ethylene type smell, which is really like a green broccoli smell. It smells like doo-doo, boo-boo.
Your average
Reggie Bush.
dispensary weed. So it smells like.
Hey.
Finish.
But realistically is get that crunch, get that snap. It's a lot easier to re-moisturize the product than it is to actually take moisture out. The moisture itself is going to do two things. It's going to create a longer drying process, but as far as the curing, you're going to relatively create a very, we'll call it a dank environment that's not necessarily a good dank. And what it does to the product is it doesn't allow it to actually create a dry enough atmosphere for the resin to actually dry out to leave those we'll call them pheromones. Huh?
Okay.
Whatever the fuck.
Let's-
I'll tell you what.
let's
The
call them
biggest
pheromones. I
mistake
don't
for
give a fuck.
everybody
Call 'em
is bagging their shit or trimming it and
Let's call 'em
bagging it
unpheromones.
before
I
it's
don't know.
actually dry. Old school, if you want to keep it real and you don't have humidipacks and you're in the middle of nowhere, you don't want to go to a hydro store and ask for that type of shit, get yourself some corn tortillas. Throw them in there. That's old school.
Yes,
They'll
sir.
actually dry
Yes,
out.
sir.
They won't leave
They'll
any
make chips.
taste.
They'll make chips.
Oh, I'll tell you right
Your
now.
shit will be chips.
You've probably all smoked some dank ass shit that was rehumidified with some corn tortillas at some point in your life. And you had no idea.
I sold some dank ass shit this last
my
week.
dad you think fucking 100 to 1,000 plus like grows are fucking buying humidipacks? No, they're buying corn tortillas.
That's how you come up with the medicated tortillas.
Hey, Leroy, back to the original question of letting the airflow directly on your flowers while they're drying. Yeah, that's not a problem. It's excessive air. You want them rustling in the wind. You don't want them pinned against a wall where they're fucking
Yo, Magic Johnson.
flying sideways. Are you going to Magic Johnson me real quick?
No,
I'm not a dick. Coming back this way?
Yeah, don't worry about it. This is called. This is Uno.
No.
Oh, that's all because of this fucker. Right
Wait,
here.
you passed it back to
Don't make me turn off all of your mics. Can we just calm down? You're gonna hit it, okay? You're gonna hit it next. Fuck.
Damn. How many times have you turned
guys are
to
the
the next
blunt
chick and
Nazis.
said,
Me
"Don't
and
worry,
Derek
you're
are
gonna
the
hit it
coolest fucks
next"?
in here.
The only one that lost me was me. It just went this way and then that way.
Every day.
Yeah.
Right.
Guys, let
That's how
me
it should
give.
be.
You don't want the air pinning it like against the wall or where it's blowing it too much. You will get a wind rash even later on where it looks like almost a caterpillar came and cleaned your plants off. So rustling in the air, you want air movement. You don't want it where it's a high velocity fan directly on the plants, just like when you're growing. A good equation for drying and curing is you want a nice rigid environment like Jerome was talking about, the same you would in growing the plant. Don't donk it off at the end and put it in a 100-degree shed that's super dry or you think it's super dry without air movement or a dehumidifier. You want to put it in an air-conditioned, environmentally controlled area that is got dehumidification and airflow, and you don't want it too dry. You don't want it too wet. You don't want it to mold, but you don't want it to like flash cure. If you dry it too quick, you're going to lose a lot of color. You're going to end up with that downtown Julie Brown, which is fine for all these backwoods things that Jerome rolls up. But for us real connoisseurs, us non-Greek Orthodox over here.
We all fucking honky-ass motherfuckers.
We want to do it. You want to do it properly, and I hate to see, like I said, at the end of the day, someone donk it off just because they didn't listen to the proper way to cure it or dry it. You don't want everything pressed up against each other. You want air flowing from below and above, and where you don't have micro environments.
Would you agree in a negative pressure? And this is going back to earlier in the show, is calculating CFMs for the room that you have. If you're exhausting it, if you don't have a dehumidifier, meaning you have a
I wouldn't exhaust my dry area.
Well, the thing is some people out there have an environment outside, which is a microclimate that may be at a lower humidity level than the actual cure room itself. So creating a timing interval between exhausting all of that air and exchanging it with the outside environment, you can create an environment that'll be suitable.
Well, just like growing, if you're relying on air exchange for to regulate the humidity or the temperature, you are going to have too high a variable. I would prefer to have it completely climate controlled with AC and dehumidification,
100%.
keep it 100% sealed where the pressure is neutral. Right? So you're recirculating it and keeping it contained. And that goes for the guys that, even though you're legal growing your 6 plants, you don't maybe want your neighbor Bob to know that it was ex-DEA agent. Even though it's legal, this motherfucker ain't cool with it.
Well,
right?
I mean,
So the discretion as well, keeping things on the low. I'm still in that mindset. I think I will always be.
How do you feel about air exchange? Because to me, it's only done when either two things happen. You're trying to exhaust whatever it is you may have been fogging in the room, or two, you're trying to exhaust
built-up gas or
a built-up amount of heat load to the room that it can't handle.
Or an air dump.
other than that, to me, there's no reason to exchange the air if you're supplementing CO2. And to me, a sealed environment, if you're trying to talk about a medicinal product at this point, old school things, think back to let's just talk about pills. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Is you see videos of people with gloves and little masks over their face, and they're in an area, it's super sterile is where I'm getting at. And when you're trying to talk about growing a product that's going to help and benefit people's lives and trying to cut down on the manipulation of any type of toxic things or chemicals being contributed to what they're inhaling, you want to have the most control, not even just sterile, the most control you can have. So whether it is you got to be very mindful whether it's sterilizing or cleaning your scissors with an isopropyl alcohol after you're done trimming a room and storing them.
Or trimming your pubes.
Hey, that too. I mean, some people can't even see their pubes; they're so fat. So
right now, I got to trim it up. My penis looks like a little acorn on my balls.
I mean, you gotta think is if you're trying to micromanage yourself and not be lazy about it, you could be relatively smart on the things that you have to do, and all those things contribute to maximizing the not only the potential of the quality of the product, but the amount that you yield.
Yep.
It's like you can get 4 pounds of boof off a light, but can you get fucking 4 pounds of dank? And it's all about maximizing the potential of the plant's health. And that's all going to contribute to the yield and bringing out all the attributes of whatever type of genetic you're growing.
And listen, you took that down a hard left, but back to the right of what he was asking, just like as you explained it, and I agree with everything that you said, Jerome. But Leroy, the short of it, the long short of it for Jerome, I believe he was getting at, is if you want to grow the best, you got to still have a contaminant-free, controlled, dry area. And if you're exchanging air, even if you have filtration like a dust room or something on there, you are still going to bring in different temperatures and whatnot. You're at you have less of a control over your grow. And even though it's hanging and it's curing, drying, that's still your grow. It's not done when the lights go off and you hang it up. You did not reach the finish line yet. And I've seen people destroy their fucking grows, destroy their harvests at that point, where they have these beautiful green buds that are all triked up and terped out, right, Saint? Yeah. That's triked up and terped out. That's what Demi's all about.
If you want to be real technical,
it's fire.
A lot of people have thermostats, and not a lot of mini splits are like this, but a lot of different commercial type systems are like this, where you can put the fan mode on or auto. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, if you have a dry room, you don't necessarily want to have too much fan or wind oscillation directly on the product. You want to be able to exchange the air in a room in a sense, meaning if you have a properly sized AC,
you're not fighting the lights. You're not fighting that additional heat.
Exactly.
You set it at 68 to 70 degrees on medium and aim it towards the ceiling and let your drying fans or
I
your
like
wall
colder
mounts.
than that, personally.
I try and keep it between 65 and 70. I don't want to go too cold. The colder the air, the drier the air. I want it.
Think about this.
Well, hold on. It's just I want my dry time to be 7 to 10 days, where I get that snap, I could process, and then there's an additional curing process. But if you let it go a little bit longer and shorter than that, that's where I call it flash drying, where you lose some of that oomph, you lose some of the esters, some of the aromas, some of the flavonoids, some of the trichomes, and some of the color, right? So having a little bit longer cure, but not too long, because then you risk oxidation and bud mold.
Well, getting back to the temperature is you can control the humidity level of the curing room. Meaning, for me, when you first put a product in there that's wet, I like to keep it personally at 55. 55 to me means 60. 60 peak. By the time the compressor comes on and it's able to actually exacerbate whatever excess humidity is built up inside the room, it's already got to maybe 60 at max. and brings it back down.
But
to
you're trying to
55.
kill those mites too.
Well, here's the thing. Another thing is what I've learned is one of the people that just bought us out, the Liberty Cannabis Group. I got to learn a lot from the different scientists, and learning in that is oxidation, is degradation. Also, in that is the cold temperatures when you put plants into sub-zero temperature. Give me that one. No. I can smoke. I'm multitasking. I'm a motherfucking
You're slowing
genius.
down the oxidation.
Well, the thing is if you can keep it as cold as possible, you're preserving those terpenes, those oil glands, just like you're doing in a freezer, but you're keeping the humidity levels at where the actual product's able to dry out properly before it's trim process. So the colder, to me, you're actually preserving those terpenes and those oil glands more effectively than a warmer temperature. So keeping it as cold as possible is key, but also keeping those relative humidity levels in a proper range to dry it out properly is also very crucial.
Yeah, as the humidity RH drops with colder temperatures, that's where I have a problem with that. It dries out quicker. So keeping the RH about 45 to 50% still allows it to not mold, take that little bit longer cure, don't have degradation because we're not getting oxidated. We're not at high enough temperatures, and also we don't have our lights on. We don't have a reductor as either in there. Oxygen by itself is present. So yeah, things are they are degrading. You have an organic material. It doesn't matter what temperature you have it at. If it's not frozen, it's going to degrade. You go put your celery that you bought yesterday into the fridge, and the fridge is 55 degrees, it can go bad within 2 or 3 days, still the same. So it goes bad slower than it does, but ripe, off of the van, cut down. To get to that point of where it is wrapped up for sale, storage of that product at lower temperatures, I agree.
Perfect time to cut in here. So you sell.
You're always cutting in. It's always a perfect
here's
time.
the thing. You
Wait,
sell
blow it out of
fucking
butt.
humidipacks,
I
whatever
don't
the
sell
fuck
anything.
brand they are,
Allegedly.
right? Okay, whatever, allegedly. So here's the thing. Most of them
You
come
sell
at
beard
lowest
products.
percentage is 62%. Why is that?
I do 55.
Why is it?
Because I like 55%.
Well, the thing is that
'Cause I like bras from
62%
Atlanta.
range, once you get a product to its driest level, 62% isn't going to humidify or moisturize that product beyond a
keep
point.
it in, yeah.
It's perfect range.
I hate those fucking Bovita packs.
Well, the
Make
thing
your shit
is
like
we're
hay.
going back to the curing process. We're talking about hanging stuff.
Hey.
Talking about the 55, 60% range. We're talking about what
man.
you keep it at. Well, the thing is if you have stems aren't snapping.
Honestly, I can't keep it out of anything because I can't keep it in stock. It sells so quick. How's your boy?
You got to grow to talk shit, Horty.
All right. Hey, we beat that horse to death, okay?
I'm going to beat it to death. That's my main
It's
point.
bad Leroy Brown. He's going to send a swag pack from all of our sponsors. Leroy, congratulations from Heavy T's Grow Show to your mama. You got hooked up.
That's all my mama.
You don't want me to grow. We'll ruin your profits.
Guys, Donald from Maine's been holding on. It's late back there.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Donald?
What's going on, Don?
What's up?
What's up, my man?
I was wondering, how long should I wait to grow again after I get mites?
You should kill the mites or cut down your, if you decide to sacrifice the grow. Get rid of it immediately. Bomb the fuck out of it with napalm, nuclear bombs, and Crisco grease with cheddar cheese, aluminum balls, and Drano in a fucking 1 liter
Don's
Mountain
been
Dew
holding
bottle.
Says the guy that doesn't grow.
Throw it up
before,
in there. Yeah,
Guys,
right. And then start immediately.
I don't want to
Get
have
new
to cut
plants
you off.
immediately.
I don't want to have to cut you off, all right? Donald, you don't
I've
have...
never met anyone who's done that
Demi, can give me a second. We got the triple D's here. Donald, Demi, and Derek. And dumbass at the end of the table is Horty Chris.
Dumas.
Listen.
It's Italian.
Listen,
I'm
Damascus.
surprised he wasn't talking about me.
Listen, you don't have to necessarily wait, but you do not want to
bet.
reuse any organic material or fabric pots or anything that you may have in there if you're worried about contamination. And anything that's fibrous or insects can basically hide in it. Okay, you need to completely sterilize the entire room, reset everything, and take your whatever plants. Just like Horty said, yes, you want to bomb the room with a fogger, but you also will probably go spray every nook and cranny with a 90% isopropyl alcohol solution. and just let it evaporate. You don't have to go back through and wipe it down. Before you bring in any plants, okay? No.
He said he told you to listen up.
No, I got a regular carpet in there, but I got a rubber carpet, but it's furry on top. So what I should do is flip that right over.
I didn't hear what you
You
said.
have a furry, rubbery carpet in there? You should have no carpet in your
No
room.
carpet.
Well, it's carpeted anyway.
Okay, rip that shit out.
Yeah, no carpet in your grow.
If you can't rip it out,
Rule
at least seal it.
2.3.
Come on, just let's help Don out a little
I'm
bit.
trying to fucking help him out, player.
I know. So, well, let's help by not talking over me
Okay,
as
well,
I'm
then how
giving
about you
the
just
solid
handle it?
advice. Thank you. Welcome to the Heavy
It
T
is-
Grow Show. It's
no
Heavy T
shit.
speaking now.
Say, turn his mic off, please.
Oh, okay. Hey, fuck you. Turn my mic off. Turn your career off. Kapoof. David Copperfield. Just blew your shit up like evil.
Okay.
Knievel. Go ahead.
Horty.
I'm out of here.
Okay. If you haven't listen, Donald, God damn it, take some pond lining and seal that carpet
why
up
you're not
completely unless
nice
you
to
rip
them.
it out. I would rip it out, but seal it up if you have to. I mean, if this is old carpet, years and years of you walking through with your shoes from outside to inside, if you have pets, there's dormant eggs in there, and then you turn on a light and there's humidity, what do you think those eggs do? Well, shit, all of a sudden they start hatching, and lo and behold, you created a fucking buffet for them. You got a free Las Vegas buffet of your ganja for them to eat. Excuse me.
I was going to ask you a question.
You know, one thing when you're going to
call in.
fogging your room, I would do not only for
Can't afford
pests,
it.
if you're going to actually fog it for anything else, ProCure makes a product that uses a chlorine dioxide. This is something that they use not only in actual pest control or just fungicidal control in greenhouses and grow environments, but they use it when they're restoring different properties over what they call it, like over hurricanes and shit like that, where they have floods.
Natural disasters?
Natural disasters.
Right
There's the
on.
word.
There you go, player.
Fucking idiot. It just
$6.
left me. But either way.
They also come here and sell me vans that get rust in
It's a
5
product
seconds.
that a lot of different medical facilities will use. Not only, I'm talking about grows, but actual medical facilities in sterilizing different areas in a safe way. And it actually, the gases themselves will be able to get in every type of crevice. When you fog something, it also relies on not only the pest itself coming in contact with it, but being there for a certain period of time will be able to
Why I always recommend a fogging as well as a spot spray
And it
with
gets
like
in
a
the
rusting.
nook and crannies.
Exactly. Is that most people
The
will not
nooks
spray the appropriate surface area that they need to.
I agree.
And you just need to put every piece of grow equipment that has come in contact with infected plants in that room that you're not throwing out. Anything that's fibrous, your carpet, your grow medium, fucking plant material,
Your girl's weave,
smart pots, whatever it is, you have to get new ones.
That
Get rid of all those.
That rattan
Look,
floor
we're
rug
going to
you
gain a
bought
new
in
sponsor for the show
Thailand when you were
tonight, T.
18, thought it was a
I
good
can't
idea.
wait.
So Gardening
dragging
Zone
around
out
for 40
there,
years.
you know, you could order yourself some beneficial insects. So
That'll eat your
after you've
fucking
done all
rattan
this,
carpet.
look, dude.
No, for real.
We use beneficial insects in our gardens as well. But the thing is you can actually get beneficial mites that'll help with the, you know, not only the eggs but the actual mites themselves. There's a triple blend predatory mite. If you have broad mite, russet mite problems out there, there's a Swarovski and Californicus mite that you could order. There's a code out there. We need to get our own code, but Good Bugs Rock will get you 10% off till we get our own code. They'll get you 11.
Swarovski like crystals?
And the Swarovski, SWIRSKI. And
with a
you could
I?
order them in sachets. I would
Probably not
recommend.
Jewish.
Calm down, non-grower.
I'm
Here's the thing.
We're going to have to cut him off. Cut off,
I'm trying to
Horty.
understand you.
Just shut the fuck up for a second. In all realistics, if you actually have broad mites or russet mites, Swarovski mites are the predatory mites that you're going to need to actually utilize these, especially later in flower. You could order them in either vials or you can order them in sachets. I would recommend the sachets because it's easier to disperse. If you're trying to identify russet or broad mites, typically the damage, especially in early vegetative or any kind of flower growth, is going to be on the newer development towards the tops of the plants. You're going to see almost like a curling, almost like a sheen to the plant sometimes, and almost kind
Charlie
of
Sheen lemonade.
Exactly.
Skirting.
the best thing you could do if you have a smartphone or any device, use your friend's device if you're real paranoid, but Google search anything. The thing is you need. I told this
That's the name of my
advice
attorney.
to some people the other day is you need to have your
Google
own
search.
fucking bullshit meter. And the thing is, you need to be able to look at everything in a perspective, no matter what it is you're doing in life, and be able to wean out the bullshit from the truth. And the thing is like if 70, 80% of the people are telling you this is one thing and 20% of the people aren't, okay, hold that into consideration, but also do your own investigation to know that this is correct. Look, dude, when you're trying to perfect your craft, and the thing is like you said, some people sell pickaxes and some people talk shit. And you talk shit, bro. And the thing is you don't fucking grow either. And the thing is like, until the day you want to step up, look, as illegal, I don't grow at home, but I'll grow fucking one plant versus your one plant at home.
Before we have the heavy tea grow off, hold on, turn everyone off. Hold on, I gotta reel this in. I think that we just had our first heavy tea grow off challenge. Who? I bet we can get a couple HLG lights. Hold on, can I speak now? HLG 550s sent out. You guys grow in light conditions, same genetic, and see who grows each other off. Demi, what do you think about this?
How much does the winner get paid?
Go ahead and turn on the guest mic.
I can talk now?
No, not you. You're not the guest. You're the co-host. What do you think, Derek? What do you think about this?
Hey, fuck it. Do the fucking grow off.
Let's do it. I'll judge.
What, you're just gonna smoke all of it?
I'll see who grows the better weed.
All right.
I can co-judge that.
Turn this fucking shit on.
Yeah, go ahead and turn them. First off.
Hey, real quick, somebody, I'll go back to the comment, but Horty, you're a fucking pussy. I'll say it on air.
Shots.
Oh my God!
They already challenged us to a fucking grow off. Everybody tagged you in that fucking post, Mr. Social Media, being on that shit on the fucking show. So why don't fucking you respond, dog? Let's grow, bro.
Okay, hold on.
He's on the phone at the moment.
Don't
Drops
break.
mic.
Okay, hold on.
Damn, easy, Aaron.
I'm sure you saw that shit. You were tagged multiple times, not by me too, bro.
Okay, so.
Oh, what? I don't know.
So, I think you
tell me more, Willy Wonka.
The only non.
It's all good.
Hold on.
I'll step up. Give me your
Give me my
cut.
show
I'll
back.
grow it better. Hashtag that shit.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Listen, we're gonna work out the details of the grow off, but I'll tell you this
Ron,
much,
stay after
Donald.
grow
I'm gonna
offs.
send you some smart pots. I'm also gonna send you some green pad CO2. Now, Donald, Jerome and Horty are gonna split the cost of flying you out because this took up your time, so you can judge this grow off, okay? And you're gonna. I'm also gonna send you the Botanicare swag pack. Donald, thanks for your time, and just remember, get it going right, clear everything out, sterilize. Cleanliness is godliness as best as you can, okay?
Right. So, but should I put plywood down over the rug?
No, you take the fucking rug out. God damn it. You didn't even listen. Hey, blow him up. Sorry. You just.
Hey,
idiocracy.
you said pond liner.
You could cover it with pond liner, not plywood.
Shut up. Put some plywood.
All right. Hold on. Horty Chris, Alicia has been waiting from Tampa just to ask you what type of weed you want to grow. Alicia,
Good evening. How are you guys tonight?
are you enjoying yourself?
Yes.
Alicia, give us some weed with training wheels like Blue Dream or something.
Totally. Like some hash plant.
All right, hey. Take it
Can I
easy.
get some blueberry cuts from Mark Emery?
Take it easy before you put your hair in a bun taco. Alicia, what's going on?
So my question is, I have a lot of health issues, and your other guests are gone, but I have a lot of health issues, and I was wondering what would you recommend would be the best weed to grow for like pain? Like I have like fibromyalgia, nerve damage, things like that. What do you think would be something good to grow for
Derek,
pain like that?
as a cannabis activist, you've dealt with a lot of people with different ailments. Some of your favorite strains that are for pain reduction.
I would always recommend like a nice purple punch, of course.
Yeah?
Put them down.
All right.
That's one of my favorites.
Talking to the mic, dog. It's not
Hey, Purple Punch is one of those people need to realize, and I need to say this because people ask me all the time, should I get an indica? Should I get a sativa? Should I get a hybrid? when you're getting a distillate, and here's the thing, I'm not a scientist, but the thing is we're trying to extract a THCA is the psychoactive part, correct? Can we all agree there?
Yeah.
So here's my question for all those fucking smart people out there that think they know this shit. Does that matter when you're actually smoking a vape cartridge that has a distillate, whether it's indica sativa, when you're extracting a chemical compound? So what the fuck does it matter if it's indica or sativa at that point? It's an actual element at that
Okay,
point,
when you reduce
correct?
it down to a THCA, but there's a symbiotic effect between all of the cannabinoids that I think is overly simplified in your equation that you just gave.
Well, that's my question.
That's why a whole
you
plant,
know?
a full spectrum extract, but also why I'm such a big proponent of flowers.
What about
Now-
THCA? That's
Yeah,
my question.
I like to get high, so I smoke some THCA.
Well, that's the thing.
But I don't
It
think
doesn't
the
matter where
medicinal
it's
value is
extracted.
solely.
Why you guys gotta argue?
I don't think that
We should all be friends.
The medicinal value isn't wholly in THCA. It's a symbiotic relationship between all of the cannabinoids, just as the medicinal value isn't solely in CBD, right? And these are simplistic answers to a complicated plant that we have evolved side by side with and have grown with, and literally and figuratively, no pun intended, but have grown side by side as being part of our diet, part of our evolution. So much to the fact that we have cannabinoid receptors built into our bodies. And
No fucking way, dude.
Whoa. True.
Cut his mic off, Sam.
And
Don't listen to that
I just
fucking
don't have
douchebag.
THCA receptors
get a
in my
paycheck
body.
or not?
But yes, ma'am.
No.
Alicia,
You
get
actually
some
have
heavy
lost
indicas.
your seat at the table after tonight.
Get you some heavy indicas and get high.
I thought you were a fucking
Oh, I
fire
thought I was
horse.
talking to Jerome.
What the fuck? You know, I got a text from T saying you're fucking fired. What
Hey,
are
can
you
we
doing?
go back to your thought there?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So the best weed to grow and the type, the easiest to grow, Purple Punch is really easy to grow, and it's not overly sedative where you are just going to be couch locked. It's not overly anxious or too sativa dominant.
Kind
What
of
is
a
it? It's
good
Larry
balance.
OG. It's Larry OG, and what's the other part?
Larry OG and Granddaddy Purple.
There you go.
It's super fragrant. If you're somebody out there that enjoys flavor, it's one of those products out there that the flavor is going to transmit, whether it's the flower, the rosin, whatever extract. Typically, it will translate over. It's a very sweet flavor. As far as, like, for me, I've seen some water hash made. I actually took a cup full of that water after they took whatever they needed, and it tasted bomb.
You drink all the hot dog water you want. Jerome.
That's
No, dude, I'll be real with you. Like, people out there drink tea. I'm not very healthy.
Water
I don't
tastes
drink
like
tea.
California
You mean to
Gold.
tell me
Mule Hauser.
you went to
This is not
paint
California
Bottle that
Gold.
shit up. If I could drink the water at the end of hash making and it tastes bomb, you better smoke that shit.
So for functionality in everyday life as well as management pain, Purple Punch, it would be adequate. For me though, I honestly, with all due respect, Derek, I love Purple Punch and I'll smoke the shit out of it. I call it the Purple Pretender.
We'll have some at
because
Beach Center, Liberty
because I can
Campus.
smoke
I
as
agree.
much as I want, but I never get as high as I actually want to get. Right? I never get that little extra, which for me, I like the couch lock. I like to come home after a long day working on my feet and smoking like a heavy, like an LA Con, like where I'm just gonna get couch locked, enjoy my dinner and literally fall.
All right,
So out of all
do you
the-
agree if you smoke enough of anything, you'll get high?
Out of all the purple
Yes.
punches,
You might not get
never-
the high that you want,
never
though.
gotten there.
You might get like the
Not to
the
where-
uppity
not-
high or the
not to
couch
my
lock high.
not to what I was looking for
Did your
as far as
brain
pain
did your brain
management.
like block it off, or do you think that you
His
can,
brain doesn't block off anything. He's heavy motherfucking.
Are you just like fuck purple punch kind of, or do you think?
No,
you
I
loves
grow
that
and
shit.
sell
He
the
goes-
shit out of
He's
it.
he's still growing that shit for no reason.
I mean, allegedly. In compliance with all state laws and regulations.
That blue dream.
I grow the shit out of it at Beach Center.
Play the
No.
disclaimer.
But to
Play
sit
the
down-
disclaimer.
This show's for entertainment
buy
purposes
some.
only.
Everything I grow,
Must be
I
age
sell to
21
the
up and under.
public. Yeah.
So guys.
But to sit down, you said you'd rather have a LA con.
No, I was talking to Alicia. I personally, for
Yeah.
for my, if I'm gonna smoke all day, a purple punch, a headband, something like that, something where I'm not gonna be debilitated. But at the end of the day, it would be like having your scotch. At the end of the day, you're not gonna go out to lunch and have lunch beers.
Maybe you want to have your method.
You're not gonna have lunch
that.
scotches. You're gonna have lunch beers,
Yeah,
and the lunch beers is the purple punch.
That's a safety.
Can I finish my fucking thought for once this motherfucking show, Jerome? I swear to God, and fuck your beard. My beard fucking took your beard out back, whipped his ass, came back.
Battle of the beard.
Goddamn.
Challenge.
My grow off beard is better than your
Look,
grow
I'm
beard.
a cross of
Cut him off.
Osama
Cut him
versus.
off. Yeah, you're Greek Orthodox Osama. So for pain management, though, those heavy indicas, if you're looking just for pain management, where you're able to sleep, where you're able to get through, get some rest, it's not those are the heavy indicas is where I'd go. The hybrids, if I'm trying to work during the day and I have to just maintain and I can't be overly out of it, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think, Alicia, you understand what we're saying, too. We're devolving quickly over here, Alicia. I want to give you all the love in the world, girl. You know, you're part of the Duff Free Nation, and I love you, Demi. You're about to get cut off, too. You just stay over there.
What am I doing?
All right, Alicia. You got us?
It's getting wild.
I got you. I'm sending you some stuff. All right, turn Jiggly Jerome back on. Jiggly.
What? Jerome
I
Encyclopedia.
have nothing to say now.
You are the Duff Man, dog. You have evolved into this motherfucker.
Dude, don't cut my shit off, dog.
I'll
Cut
do
his shit
what?
off. He don't even fucking grow. Why
Cut
is he
him
giving
off.
advice?
Cut him off.
Cut him off.
Hey, we got to take this union break, pay these bills. Heavy T's Grow Show coming back live. We got all your grow questions. We've got people from Puerto Rico calling in. Hell yeah, stay tuned. We don't ship to Puerto Rico. You got to get to the mainland to pick up the prizes. Like, you'll get them.
Fuck you, Trump. They
Heavy
finally
T
got
Grow Show,
electricity.
DFC Radio. We're going to send you some, what are they called? Paper towels. Paper towels. DFC Radio. You dig?
You know what I mean? Procreate, have better seeds, make a better nation. I'm Superman fly in the city. Check a nigga altitude. I'm higher than the rest of you. I'm Superman fly in the city. Check a nigga altitude. I'm higher than the rest of you. I'm Superman fly in the city. Caviar got me scorched. Why you niggas smoking Newport shorts? And you wonder why your bankroll short. Probably cause your ass never left the porch. I be grinding and making moves, you know the business. Pound the block, pushing work till it's finished. Serial killers need no fucking eyewitness. Extra clip, shit, I'm on my blade. Respect you, respect me. I've been hustling my whole life. You know there's no nigga out here like this. Seen the light. I see you niggas stopping at the stop sign. I'm California stopping cause the world is mine. Some claim defeat, the angels speak. They woke the king will sleep. The trip will be the way to me. I'm Superman fly in the city. Check a nigga altitude. I'm higher than the rest of you. I'm Superman fly in the city. Check a nigga altitude. I'm higher than the rest of you. I'm Superman fly in the city. Tapes confused with wearing capes, you fools. Still breaking the rules, roll moving, you lose. Handyman with the tool, I had to rock his body. I came to body like Lottie Dottie, and I don't wanna hurt nobody. I'ma break it down with the get down, watch it go down, hold it down with the 4 pound. Now you know now, it's about to go down. Respect you, respect me. I've been hustling my whole life. You know there's no nigga out here like me. I see you niggas stopping at the stop sign. I'm California stopping cause the world is mine. Some claim defeat, the angels speak. They woke the king will sleep. The trip will be the way to me. My weaknesses and my strengths. But everybody know my strengths definitely outweigh my weaknesses. As long as that, I'm a human being. Like everybody else. And if I meet somebody perfect, then they can train me. And they can help me be perfect. But there ain't nobody out there perfect.
So we'll all just get along with it.
They say Machiavelli's resurrected, I can feel his presence, but the coldest thing, Machiavelli never left us. Who the fuck he think he is? Talking about Machiavelli never left us. Who the fuck is it? I'm an outlaw thug, like hustle to the death of me. Brutalist, alien, I'm mom lost, baby. Worth to getting money, knowledge and a fucking lead. Think you seen a ghost if you stood right in front of me. Tupac eternally, Wilder's on his own shit. Think like new money, and you can pass it, show me. Worldwide masterpiece, hustle on this fucking street. On that dead fed crime, so they still tapping me. $1 million smile, girls say I'm sexy. Bachelor in arts, got it in psychology. Player, you ain't fly as me, still can't see me. Stand on oxygen when you can't even do the
Check a nigga altitude. I'm higher than the rest of you. I'm Superman, fly in the city. Check a nigga altitude. I'm higher than the rest of you. I'm Superman, fly in the city.
Hey man, your garden smells amazing this year. What are you doing different?
Haven't you heard? We've been using the Turpinator.
Did you say Turpinator like terpenes?
Yes, exactly. Turpinator is designed to increase your plant's terpenes, which are responsible for everything from how your plants smell to how much flavorful oils they produce. Basically, Turpinator is the one-stop shop for an overall quality increase for your fruits and flowers.
That's awesome. You know, I can tell the Turpinator has not only increased the oils in all your herbs and flowers, but it looks like it's going to increase your dry weight as well. And dude, don't even get me started on those crystals. They look like mini icebergs.
Well, you better hurry up and get on board. It's flowering season right now. And since Turpinator is made right here in Sonoma County, you can literally find it in any hydro store in town. Boost your plant's oils and bring out flavors that will drive your friends wild. Turpinator. Sticky is an understatement.
Hey, I'm in the zone.
Hey, bro, your garden's looking sweet, man. What are you using?
Yeah, man, I'm using a premium cocoa nutrient, Cocoa Tech A and B, man. It's an aggressive formula for increased yield during the flowering phase.
Wow, so this is made specially for cocoa?
You better believe it, man. It comes with easy-to-use 2-part formula. Formulated aggressive growth and superior blooms. Whoa, bro. Yeah, man. Tell 'em, Bob.
This aggressive formula contains proprietary blends of calcium to ensure your plants thrive. Backed by years of research, Cocoa Tech Premium Cocoa Nutrients are specifically designed to support and enhance your cocoa core growing experience. Use Cocoa Tech Premium Nutrients with Cocoa Tech Premium Cocoa Core for optimum results.
Yeah, man. Yo, it's BKJ on Team King, and you listening to DFZ Radio. What?
Heavy T.
You're gonna go get the green pad, see? That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go get it right now. Go on down to your local hydro shop. Tell them Shunny sent you. That's right, Shunny with the green pad. More CO2 in your garden. More carbon, more weight, see? You need to get that weight up to pay me back, see, Shunny? Go get the green pad junior. Put it in your cloning dome, see? You're gonna get some more roots faster. Cut days off your cloning time. More harvest year round. That's right, see? Activated by humidity. 35 to 50%, so make sure that's right, okay? Go to your local hydro shop, see?
That's right. Go there now. More root, more fruit, more fruit, more root.
That's right. Yeah.
Meow. Meow.
Every Wednesday night from 6 to 10 Pacific Standard Time, who's hooking you up with the dopest grow knowledge and the freshest grow gear?
Heavy T's Grow Show. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. I love it.
Hey,
every day.
Thank you for the birth.
Hey, Dr. Duff, are you signing up for another one of those internet dating sites after your divorce?
Nah, I'm just ordering these freaking douchebags from China here. Just gonna be saving a lot of money on it. About $1 a bag.
Did you say douchebags?
Yeah, they're pots. They're fabric pots. They're, made in China. They save $1 a bag from all the other.
Oh, it sounds like an imitation smart pot or something.
Yeah, save $1, but, I'm pretty sure these douchebags are gonna work.
Dude, I had a buddy of mine who used those same douchebags. He bought them direct from China. It killed his whole garden.
Bro, what? So, I'm better off spending that extra $1 on a smart pot?
I'd get a smart pot.
Don't be a Duff man. Make sure to buy the original patented Smart Pot. Check them out at smartpots.com.
Hey, what's up? Shout out to my man, DJ Saint, my brother.
Okay, got your ballast check, reflectors check, fans check, just about ready to get growing. The last thing you need is your bulbs.
Let me get like 12 of whatever's the cheapest you got.
Bro, really? You're using the best soils, best nutrients, best equipment, and you're going to use an Econo brand lamp? If you really want the best of the best, you need to go with the Ushio Hilux Grow Lamp. Ushio Hilux Grow Lamps have the highest quality and consistency in their construction, and they're engineered to give your plants the light spectrum they need for the best growth and biggest harvest. Plus, Ushio is the only company that offers 2100 micromole light output without needing to overdrive your lamps and ballast. That means more light for your plants and longer light for your lamps.
Wow, I had no idea. Okay, sold. Give me the Ushio Hilux Grow Lamps.
Professional growers know not every lamp will give plants what they need to optimize their growth and yields and maximize profits. That's why the pros choose Ushio Hilux Grow Lamps. Offered in a full range of high-pressure sodium, metal halide, and ceramic metal halide options, Ushio Hilux Grow Lamps ensure that your plants are covered from seed to harvest no matter what lighting system you're using. For over 50 years, Ushio has been a trusted name and a leader in specialty lighting, and they stand by the name with a no-questions-asked 1-year warranty. So whether you run 5 lights or 500, you can be confident that you're buying the best horticulture lamps on the market. Ask for Ushio Hilux Grow Lamps and make sure to check them out online at www.ushio.com.
You are listening to Heavy T's Grow Show on DFZ Radio Network.
So you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
What is? Hey, are you a soil grower and tired of using salt and synthetic-based fertilizers and not getting the results that you wanted? Well, for hydroponics, those products work great. But in soil, they suck. All those feeding schedules are out of range for what we think is good for soil growers. Mission Fertilizer is a new product on the market that's specific to soil gardening. They have a Grow, Bloom, and Boost. It's a super premium organic 1 part grow, 1 part bloom, and 1 part boost. It's a feeding program that can be used in bag soils like Ocean Forest and Happy Frog, Victory Mix, or Empire Builder, even Roots Organic, Royal Gold, and so forth. It can be used in any soil mix. Super simple to use, 1 part grow, 1 part bloom, and 1 part boost to get the most out of your garden. It's organic listed, pH stable, and safe to use with tap water. No need to ppm or EC or pH your tap water if you're mixing in Mission Fertilizer liquid. Go to missionfertilizer.com, grow the best, and see the proof is in the plants.
DFZRadio.com.
Just got a fresh coat. California raised me, an LA baby. The Chevrolet raisin, scraping on Dayton's, riding down Rosecrans. Get with the program, call me the drill man. The hydros potens. Got your eyes low, lower than the ocean. Just west coasting through the coast with the potion and the best dro to smoke. The baddest bitches, girls in bikinis with ass titties. The hustle game easy. You just can't believe till you see me on TV. Drive down the wrong street, might see the tech smoke. Hop in the ride and let's go to the West Coast. This life is like a movie. You meet a model bitch, then you fuck her like a groupie. California.
Rapid fire. Heavy T, bring it up, player. Let's do this. Welcome back to the Heavy T Grow Show.
South E3.
Let's take a quick call and get back to our guests.
Yeah.
Nolo.
Nolo.
Puerto Rico.
Message. Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Oh, Puerto Rico.
Oh. He was waiting for
What's going on, Heavy T? What's up? All the way from Puerto Rico.
I'm not a player. I just crush a lot.
And listen, guys, there's still people here that have their towels thinking that they're going to be worth something because Trump gave it to them.
He was shooting them like basketballs.
The head Cheeto in charge just brought some paper towels to the people in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, that's all he gave out. That's some sad shit.
Yes, it is. But
Y'all
got
electricity now? That's okay. That's okay because we're some resilient motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? So we
Fuck yeah,
ride.
you live on the goddamn island.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I bet
We
your
ride alone.
I bet your hair's looking
You
good
know?
now.
So what's up, people? How's everything going over there? Good?
You know, just doing a show, listening to these two little girls complain.
That's awesome.
Have you heard
I got a quick shout out I could give before I ask you my question.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, cool. I want to shout out to Growella on Instagram,
Shout out to
to Farmer Swag 2.0, and to the baddest little bean bank in Puerto Rico. If you guys ever down here, Boricua Bean Boys, representing Puerto Rico all day.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, man. We trying, you know what I'm saying? The industry is coming up little by little. It's being monopolized, you know what I'm saying, by the politics and the people with the heavy pockets, you know what I'm saying? But
everywhere it is.
Yeah, same here, player.
clandestine, you know what I'm saying? Underground is larger than the industry outside in itself, you know? So that's how it always been.
Overgrow.
We got this shit on lock.
Keep the plant for the people. Let a
That's
farmer
right,
farm.
that's right.
Let a
Lord
farmer
mercy.
farm, Nolo.
That's right. My first plant, I'm doing autos, and my first plant. The question is, my first plant dried out like if it was homegrown, and I know it's because of the heat and the humidity. I just cut 2 today, and I have them in my room with me upstairs on an AC that we run at about 68 degrees. Well, that's cool, and then she's right by the AC.
You're hanging it. You're drying it.
Yeah, she's hang drying it before.
I mean, if that's the best
jar.
you can do, that's fine.
But hang it away from the AC. Don't put it right in the like vent. Just put it in the room.
All right, don't put. Okay, but she can stay in the room. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
the AC will bring the humidity level down to roughly 50%, which when you're in like Puerto Rico, obviously it'll be 90 degrees and 90% humidity, and if you can get the AC down.
That's the temperature in my garden. It goes up to about 83, 84, which they say is not bad.
And then, but when you try to dry the plant, you don't want to hang it in that humidity level, right?
Yeah,
So-
I brought them upstairs. Right.
But don't hang them, don't try to overdo it and hang them right in front of the AC. Just hang them in the room. Maybe have a fan,
Right,
lightly make them sway
so
around.
I got 6 windows in my room, so hang them on the other side of the room.
Just hang them. Well, didn't you say you have an AC in there, player? I don't even know what's going on now.
No, it has an AC. And I'm
Okay,
just
well then
hanging them on the little
shut
thing.
the windows, because you don't drive down the street with your windows down with your AC on high, right?
I do. Yeah.
So close the windows. I'm sure you do. But so close the windows, leave the AC on, and hang them out of the way. Have a fan, like lightly oscillating fan, kind of every once in a while sway and tech them around
With
a
a
little
dust
bit. And do
shroom
your
from
thing,
Hardy
player.
Control.
You don't need a dust shroom for that.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
It's about making a rigid environment like we talked about there.
Right, but don't run the air conditioning while you have your windows open in Puerto Rico when the humidity's high. So close the windows and use the ability of the air conditioner to remove the humidity from the air to help you dry the plants.
Oh, okay.
That's right, okay.
That's cool. And that's what we usually do in the morning. We keep the AC on and then we open up one window. You know what I'm saying? And
Just keep the
keeps
AC
a little
on
bit
all
of-
day, player.
Yeah, spend that.
Right. I
Why
got
do you open
man.
a window?
He's trying to save electricity, probably.
Right. He's in Puerto Rico,
He's trying to
man.
ball on a budget, dog.
Trump gave him some goddamn napkins. What the fuck is he going to do with a roll of bounty paper?
Wait. What's the
AC.
logic
This guy.
behind opening the window?
I just told you.
because it's so goddamn cold in the morning. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It gets in my bones. So I open the window.
That's not bad. The colder air is drier.
Because she feels she got the AC still running on her, and I'm on the other side watching TV already.
Tell her to sleep on the couch. I'm trying to get high, baby.
Woo! Oh, trust me. If I have to go outside and leave that motherfucking here, that's what it's gonna be. No, man, I appreciate it. I got another 6 or 7, you know what I'm saying, going, and then I have a 12x12 that I'm working on. I already got the growing down pack. I'm working with the nutrient stuff now, you know what I'm saying, to make bigger buds and starting to use all the terpenes and all that extra stuff, man. It's a blessing, you know what I'm saying.
Well, we're gonna bless you up with.
I'm shouting out.
We're gonna bless you up with some gear, Nolo. And listen, straight up, I'm blessing you up with some grow gear too. We're gonna send it out to you in Puerto Rico. But anytime you're drawing, listen, come on, Horty, please. I let you talk. I know that.
Shut his mic off.
Shut up.
Nolo, I have an opening here in Long Beach, California. If you show up, you could take either one of these motherfuckers' spots. Now, the pay isn't much.
I hear you. Hey, that sounds good. Y hablo español también, so we'll kill it, you know.
Oh, puedo hablar,
His Uber ride's more expensive.
Escúchame.
Those brothers are cool. I can only talk this shit, you know what I'm saying? Those people right there standing, sitting with you, those are growers, man. You crazy? I would love to be in that seat.
Horty's not a
one
grower.
day as a guest, you never know, man.
Conozco.
I respect you guys and everything you guys are doing, man.
Hey,
Talk
compa,
this shit because
conozco,
you already paid
conozco.
to do it, guys.
Sí,
Drum's gonna fly out
conozco.
here for sure.
Sí.
Hook 'em up, baby.
Es un tiempo duro de su vida en Puerto Rico y estamos son gardeners y growers y puedo hablar en mis pantalones con fertilizers, nutrición. Ah, la luz más grande.
There you go. You're learning. Don't worry about it. Mi casa, tu casa.
Tacos y burritos.
Anytime you're in Puerto Rico, papi, Boricua B-boys, the
Pap-
rest of the seed bank in Puerto Rico.
Papusas.
The only ones that are pushing this shit out here.
Hey, you keep
We
growing,
the
man.
first ones, man.
You keep growing. You tell everyone what's up. You got a grow store out there right now?
I got it's no, it's all everything is online, man. You crazy? Those niggas want $50,000 down payment to put something up.
All right. Well, we'll see what we can
They
do.
can go suck. They can suck a dick.
That's what I hear that, dog.
Yeah.
All right, Nolo.
I tell them that shit grows free, the water's free, the sun is free, and y'all niggas want $50,000 for what? Paperwork? I got a patient. I'm with my patient license. You know what I'm saying? That gives me my motherfucking 6 plants anywhere I go. Fuck y'all.
Palabra.
I love this guy.
All right, 562-653-0707. Bob D. Gardner was at Indo Expo.
Oh, what?
Up there. He got russet mites, he says.
How's it going, guys?
And by the way, Mark, it's not rusted mites, it's russet mites. What's up, Bob?
Oh, just busy, especially after this weekend. It's such a fucking awesome
How
weekend
was
at
that
the
Indo Expo for you?
Oh, it's just phenomenal, and it's great to kind of get a chance to meet a lot of the guys you've had on your show there, and talk to them, shake their hands, and geek out, and talk grow, and just share a lot of the same interest and also good vibes in the whole industry. It's fucking phenomenal and awesome.
Yeah, you were super fanning out a little bit, huh?
Oh yeah, and it was on top of that, still work at the same time. I was trying to represent this new thing that's coming out, and I'd be glad to tell you guys about it later. But
yep.
I know we're talking grow, and one of my biggest issues at this house, and I think it's actually been going on for such a long time, because about the carpet situation. I've been laughing at some of the calls you've had earlier today, since I've been listening, but they've been actually relating all up to this point. And same situation. Carpet, just not a proper sealed environment, things like that. And with the IPM and getting things down, I've completely knocked out the spider mites, but these russets are just sticking around, and I think they've always been around because of the way they are. And honestly, I didn't know what they really were.
How are you identifying them? How do you know the russets?
And I got my microscope out and everything a couple months back, and was able to finally diagnose what was going on. And I've been trying to tackle it. And I got a lot of input, and one of the guys I'm really interested in trying out, and I know you guys talked about some of their products before on your guys' show, and I wanted to ask you about them, but the Grand Devo and Regalia and the Venerate products, I was talking to guys throughout that, because it was one I was really, I've heard you guys talk about it, and other guys talk about it, but as in a good combo, what is the best two out of those guys to really work as against russets. 'Cause I
Bob the
heard-
Gardener, we're going to pass the microphone to Jiggity Jerome right now because
This
he's on
motherfucker
it.
uses that shit in his
Right, he's going to tell you right now.
I
And
wanna
he
see
has
that
minimal
throwdown
russet
between you guys.
mites.
I want to see that throwdown between you two. Honestly, I put my vote on that too.
Hey, who do you put it on, Bob? I'm just curious.
How much is it paying?
I'll pay everybody's bets if they lose. They put it on Horty.
Jiggity, we have full phone
phone
lines. We have all of our phone lines lit up, and we need to get to all the callers.
Okay.
So help Bob out and the right way to use these products.
I'll tell you what. The Marone products are proof in the pudding for sure. And the thing for me is if you really do you have them actively, or are you just asking a theoretical question? Question.
He says he's had them. Didn't
No,
you hear?
they're-
And he
they're-
identified them.
Yeah. No, they've been. In
We could go
something that-
rapid fire if we don't have to repeat the question.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll be putting. I actually ordered a magnifying microscope that I can actually take digital copies of, and I'll put those up on my Instagram so other people can diagnose these and get an idea of what's really happening. Because it's honestly, I think it's
well. Here's the thing.
Overlooked a lot of times because it's just such a small problem. I mean, it's a big problem, but it's just a small insect to see.
Well, with Grand Evo itself, you're going to be able to scope everything, and it's actually going to be able to move still. And just
Application
because
of the products and the way to use them in IPM. I think that's where Bob's at, and he doesn't need help identifying the pest. He believes he has it on lock. He wants to know about using those products that you do use, and the application rates, and you don't have bug problems. And so, and you work hand in hand with, different growers, different things that side by side that have potentially had problems, and you don't get those problems. So maybe give them the insight on how to use those 3 products from
Okay. It's all about the life cycle of a russet mite. You have to apply a product multiple times to break the life cycle. So no matter what product, even if it's Grand Evo or whatever it may be, you got to understand is they don't populate like normal spider mites. They don't populate as much. And they're going to relay, I want to say 3 to 12 eggs per adult per day.
I'm just asking about how to use the product. Not asking about the life
Well,
cycles.
no,
How to
no.
use the goddamn product, Jerome? That's the goddamn question.
Dude.
Motherfucker, haven't you
It's hard.
Use it as directed. Bye, Bob. All right.
Thanks, Bob. We love your face.
Yeah, Bob's still there.
It's too smart for his own good.
It's a technical question. Okay?
How do you use it?
Okay. So I like it. Normal routine is 20 mils per gallon. You could use 20 mils, 4 teaspoons. It's a granular or powder-based product. So if you buy Grand Evo and you're not used to it, it's not something that's a liquid. It's actually something that smells like a fucking foul chocolate milk. It's read the safety precautions, but wear organic vapor mask. Wear safety precautions
Always
to cover
be
your
safe,
body.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Of
The
course.
thing is
I
like
I always like to put a respirator on, like a mask. To cover
even
my airway.
products, Bob. The thing is like if they tell you, oh, it's safe, don't worry about it. I don't give a fuck. I don't breathe that shit normally. Don't tell me to breathe.
All right. How often and what do you use it at?
Okay. I said it. 7 to 10 days, 20
Rapid
mils per
fire.
gallon Grand Evo, 20 mils per gallon Regalia. I'll use it on a routine basis. If you're trying to actually treat russet mites themselves, like I said, it's about breaking their life cycle. So they have a life cycle of 1 to 3 days. So here's the thing. With Grand Evo, it's not going to be a contact killer. You're going to see these beneficial mites. I'm sorry, not beneficial mites at this point. They're russet mites. They're moving still at this point. They're neurologically not able to recept to feed on the plant, even if they're alive physically. They're going to starve off. They're going to die. As far as Grand Evo itself, spray it once every 2 to 3 days if you have russet mites at 20 to 30 mils per gallon. Spray it at least 4 to 5 times in that interval. Then 7 to 10 days, you can mix it. I personally use Grand Evo with Veg Blooms Push
Wrap
or
it up, B.
Heavy 16s foliar at 10 mils per gallon Venerate, Grand Evo, and
So
Regalia mix.
it's not an independent
IPM.
application. You can mix it in without a phytotoxicity. Bob, I mean, you're going to
And
go
then
back
those
and
work
get those.
good, too with the the transport?
Please, Bob.
'Cause I've been using that too. Sorry.
You could. You could.
That would be fine.
The thing is you can actually go online to Marone and talk to any of the actual people that are in your territory as a
Great.
specialist.
He calls into our show and you tell him to call
Oh
somewhere
yeah,
else.
got their cards.
I'm just telling you. But the thing is they're not going to be able to tell you for the application. I'm going to tell you from experience. I personally would recommend 20 mils of each. They'll say up to 1 ounce. The thing is keeping a routine maintenance versus actively trying to control a problem is two different stories. You know what I mean? You need to break the life cycle of russet and broad mites.
Bust it down.
That's the trick.
My biggest goal was to actually, with the remodeling of the upstairs and everything, is just completely, gutting everything, redoing everything, sealing it up, and then move everything upstairs and then redo the downstairs while they have control and then really hit it.
You're going to do all that, and then if they come back, you're going to be fucking devastated.
Spray these products, but get beneficial mites. The Swirsky and Californicus mites, if you do your own research.
Are those compatible, the pesticides?
You could use them together. Absolutely.
And if you're not going to use beneficials products, there are a couple products that are compliant for use up until the last week of bloom. One being Trifecta, another being Green Cleaner, another being Plant Therapy. And these are Band-Aids on
cleaner right now.
These are Band-Aids on broken legs, really.
Well, you can't apply beneficial mites before them, right?
Yeah.
So you got the idea, Bob, and
yes.
It's just shit show time. My bad. My bad. Heavy teeth. It's been a great run, 6-7 years, and then Jerome showed up, and we're done in 6-7 months. But Bob, what's going on with you? You did the Veterans Walk. How was that?
That was phenomenal too. And when I was out there too at the Indo, I was able to wear one of the shirts from the event for the 22-2 Mini. And got a lot of positive feedback from that. And a lot of people, pulling me aside. Some other people wanting to eventually do some interviews about the programs and things like that want to network and really just bring more awareness and support to this cause. And, got hooked up with some really phenomenal genetics, too. So that way when I'm getting those popped and I can start hooking up people with cuttings of certain things that can really help with certain ailments and things like that. So fucking just loved all of that and loved all the...
That's awesome.
Just keep pushing me in that direction of and momentum of this is the world I want to be a part of and be in, and and on every part of it. So it was just
good, Bob. And
really
you're doing
good.
your thing on YouTube, Bob the Gardener out there. Everyone, go follow Bob. And you're into
not on
something else
YouTube.
new.
I don't do that yet.
Not YouTube? I thought you were on YouTube.
No,
I followed
just
some
do
guy
Instagram.
named Bob,
I'm-
and all he
I'm
keeps sending me
into
is
the
dick
whole thing.
pics. I was like, man, Bob's kind of forward.
I'm new to social media, man.
That's Bob the Flasher. Oh, my bad. Don't follow that guy.
Just on Insta, Bob the Gardener 420.
That looked like an acorn.
Bing.
Okay, Bob. Bob the Gardener 420. I appreciate you calling in, man. I'm going to send you some Heavy Tea swag. We'll try to throw a little extra so you can pass out the love amongst your other grower friends.
Always. And I definitely dropped you guys too to a lot of the people in the community too that love the grow scene. So.
Oh yeah, we know what's up, man. Hopefully we
yeah.
make it out to the next one. Bob, thanks so much.
Sure.
All right, 562-653-0707. That's the phone number. We go to Sal in Stockton. What's going on, Sal? Sal's gone. We go to Michael in Kentucky. What's going on, Michael?
What's up, man? How y'all doing?
You know, fucking bitches getting money. What's going on with you?
Good night, huh?
Yeah, oh my gosh, man. You see me have to fucking wrangle in these wild animals? It's like herding cats. This is fucking the worst thing ever.
Phone line still lit up too, huh?
Barely. Luckily, they still love me and my 3 chins. So what's going on, Mike?
Hold on 1 minute, man.
I know you'll get that one on the replay. Don't worry.
My plants, they're about like 30 days old, still in veg, and it looks like they sort of got like rust spots on them.
Well, what does Malone think about it?
What's that?
What does Malone think about it?
Who?
Malone Dick! Ah! All right, that's enough of this show. he's calling from Kentucky, Jerome. He's got some rust spots on his plants.
Oh, I got this. Better guys.
Yep. No, it's too much fun over here. Okay. He's got some rust spots. You're outdoors?
No, I'm indoors.
He's indoors.
That's
And
not
where are the rust spots showing? Top of the plant, middle of the plant, bottom?
It's more the middle.
Do you think it was something that was caused by like a phytotoxicity? Maybe you sprayed something on your plant at a certain stage that you saw it afterwards, or was it something that happened through a watering, or what circumstance did you start noticing it, basically?
Yeah, it happened after a watering. It wasn't after I fed or anything, but it's just watering. And the only thing I spray on it is the kelp extract.
Was it fairly quickly after you sprayed it that you saw this?
Probably about 24 hours or so.
Okay, it was probably a phytotoxicity. Now you could look at different deficiencies that will show in different parts of the plant. So that's why I asked you. The upper part of the plant, we might be able to say, it's this deficiency. At the bottom, it might be a magnesium deficiency. In the middle, though, when the top and bottom, where the new growth and the old growth are showing that it's healthy and that you have some random malformed plant or damage in the middle, I think of grower error. Because you're not, or maybe you misstepped at that portion of development, but you rectified it. So the most common mistake is a phytotoxicity, spraying something on your plants that had an adverse effect. Okay, and the plant grew out of it. So the top of your plant now is nice and healthy, it's nice and green. The bottom, which was the older growth, is looking solid as well. So what I would do is remove the damaged leaves, prune your plants. Pruning and training is a very healthy part of growing, right? So remove those leaves. The plant will try and keep damaged leaves alive and use its energy to try and do that, because every single portion of the plant, just like how our bodies are there, we try and maintain, a limb that might be rotting off, that our rest of our body is sick because our immune system is trying to help out a sick part of our body, when we could remove that potentially, So the same thing with plants. It's a lot easier removing the sick part of the plant, but that energy that may have gone to keeping it alive is now going to go to bud formation, healthy foliage, healthy plant development. So take that away and prune the plant overall, right? I would be removing large fan leaves and everything regardless. Pruning my plant is one of the biggest aspects of maximizing my yield, maximizing my quality, is opening up the plant so that it forms healthier flowers and larger flowers. But I wouldn't trip. Like you said, if you saw it 24 hours after you sprayed, it was the spray that you sprayed on it.
All right. I didn't know if I should flush it or if I could just remove the fan leaves.
You talked about the new growth looking good. That is
Right.
that's what's indicated in the root zone. That it's taking up the nutrition and forming new growth that's healthy. I wouldn't be tripping at all.
You're good.
All right.
How about you, Jiggity?
Well, I mean, what do you want from me?
Oh man, that's a deep question.
That's a technical question.
What do you want from me?
Just an affirmation.
An answer.
Well, I mean,
you think I'm wrong?
I think
What
you're
is
right.
wrong?
I agree.
What is right?
Here's the thing.
You
want to
fly out to fucking Kentucky and examine this together, or just off that the middle of the plant is yellow and the rest of it's healthy? You concur that was probably accurate analysis?
Fly him out.
All right,
We're
and
talking
fuck your beard. My
humidity
beard
levels.
dominates.
We're talking moisture content levels. We're talking about air not
Fly him
oscillation.
out.
We're talking about
Motherfucker burned his plant 24 hours after spraying it.
All right, yeah, you fucked up, bro.
Goddamn Jiggity Jerome, dog. I'm looking for new co-hosts. Michael, can you fly out to California? You could live in the studio with Saint. You could live in the studio with Saint.
Hell yeah, bro. I got an extra couch right here.
Yeah, anytime that you have a
haters are gonna hate.
Anytime you have a malformation of growth, a deformed growth, and it's not at the current growth, for the most part, you can assume that you overcame it. All right? If you have something where the whole plant is symptomatic of whatever you're seeing, then you have a real problem. You need to flush. You need to reset. You need to think about whether I have a toxicity that is continuing or a deficiency that's continuing. But the new growth is your indicator of what's going on presently. Right? So you might have fucked up a couple weeks ago, and that's where the shit got whack. But now everything's looking good. So you want to come to me and say, should I flush? No, you should have flushed 2 or 3 weeks ago. But now, fortunately, it grew out of it. And that's why, for the most part, plants are like weeds, right? Like, what's the difference between
weeds.
What's the difference between weeds and houseplants is that someone named and found a benefit for a houseplant, and the rest they haven't yet, right? Does that make sense? Ask Demi. She knows what's up.
Demi, give us some advice.
I think that's really funny. They gave me a different perspective.
All right, Demi, you got some profound shit to say.
Yeah. Spiritual.
Derek's going to kick us in the way with franchise. Michael, in Kentucky, I'm going to send you a lot of swag from us, man. I'm going to send you a whole kit and caboodle.
Swag bag.
I really appreciate you calling in, man. Overgrow the world. Overgrow Kentucky.
New Kentucky, man.
Horty Chris was from Charlotte, Michigan at one point. They call it Chartucky.
I need to come visit Kentucky.
Yep. All right, Horty Chris isn't here for the grand prize giveaway, so Jiggity Jerome, it's you and I that have to give out the question. We do have a Blue Lab meter to give out. A Blue Lab. We also have a complete line of Mission fertilizer, a gallon of Turpinator, some Granddaddy pads from Green Pads, a Natalux double-ended 1,000-watt bulb valued at $165, some Smart Pots, and a GH and Botanicare swag bag.
That's all organic, too.
It is all organic. I mean, there's so much stuff happening tonight. I don't think that it should be too obscure. Jiggity Jerome, what's your grand prize question?
This is easy.
This is an easy one.
What place would Horty come in if him and I entered a grow off?
Who would win between Jerome and Horty Chris? I guess I'll be the judge of this. 562-653-0707. You got a 50-50 chance. 562-653-0707. Get that grand prize valued at over $500. Derek and Demi, you guys have been great. You got anything going on IG or something?
Man, fuck IG. They shut me down.
Those motherfuckers, dog. Yeah. Well, you still got that bling on your wrist, dog.
Hey, living. Put them on. Damn, put them on the falache.
That sounds like karate.
Blang, blang.
Yeah, 562-653-0707. It's Heavy T's Grow Show. Grand prize coming up on the one and only DFZRadio.com. Get it?
Knock off. What up, Saint? And we hustle hard. Team ADX anthem. Hey, what these niggas want from me? Haters wanna eat now, you never get lunch from me. Get off my tailcoat, get off addiction. Team full of mean niggas, team green like it's Listerine. Don't cross the squad, man, we get them off, man. We on the front porch shooting, you just a ball fan. I'm on the top back, y'all do it all bad. Grind on the regular, tell competitors all bad. Test the team, homie, watch you fall flat. Don't want the fame, but the change, I need all that. Hustlers get your guap up, rappers get your props up. Cause sky is the limit and we got heaven on lockup. Back down to earth, street swerving down Atlantic. Long Beach riding to death, we straight smashing. This is for my family, this is for the masses. This ADX anthem in case anyone asks me. Oh, taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no rockets. Tell me who running with these shots up, boys. We say hustling. Catch me in the booth till the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life on my life. Niggas don't want no rockets. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we say hustling.
Hey, I rep my team, rep my city, and rep my scene. I'm down for mine, on the grind all the time, like overtime. X, I ride to the death, can't do it like this, so don't try to step. Can't move it like this, so don't try to test. Got shotters on the side of me, right in the left, cause we do it so swift, we do it so sick, and we ain't gonna stop. We got money to get, we got honeys to flip, got the streets on lockdown, so why would we stop now? We holding the spot down. Sour Diesel Hennessy, a bad bitch next to me. ADX human going down up in history. Do it to the death of me, till ain't nothing left of me. Dumping off the weaponry, hold it down for centuries.
Oh, taking this shit head on. In the streets stay up in the street. Grinding all day and all night so we can eat. Roll up on your homies like niggas, stick 'em up. Now bags in the stash in the back of the truck. Pounds of the diesel, throw it in the air. Tipping Hennessy for my niggas who ain't here. Back on my feet after shedding a few tears. Give me 2 years, stacked up with a few mil. Niggas locked up, but the homies still here. Rapping ADX fresh in the full gear. Killing the recession, pumping on the top. Teddy Brock shot, killing blue clots. Haters got no idea you ain't ready. It'll be a sad song if you niggas test me. Them niggas trying to send 100 cops to come get me. Gibbo sprayed a couple shots and told them bitches come catch me. Taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Tell me who wanted with these shots up, boys. We say hustling. Catch me in the booth till the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life, for my life. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we stay hustling.
DFZRadio.com.
Hey, I'm in the zone. Dude,
Hey man, your garden smells amazing this year. What are you doing different?
Haven't you heard? We've been using the Turpinator.
Did you say Turpinator like terpenes?
Yes, exactly. Turpinator is designed to increase your plant's terpenes, which are responsible for everything from how your plants smell to how much flavorful oils they produce. Basically, Turpinator is the one-stop shop for an overall quality increase for your fruits and flowers.
That's awesome. You know, I can tell the Turpinator has not only increased the oils in all your herbs and flowers, but it looks like it's going to increase your dry weight as well. And dude, don't even get me started on those crystals. They look like mini icebergs.
Well, you better hurry up and get on board. It's flowering season right now. And since Turpinator is made right here in Sonoma County, you can literally find it in any hydro store in town. Boost your plant's oils and bring out flavors that will drive your friends wild. Turpinator. Sticky is an understatement.
Sorry, Horty.
Game over. You're gonna go get the green pad, see? That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go get it right now. Go on down to your local hydro shop. Tell them Shunny sent you. That's right, Shunny with the green pad. More CO2 in your garden. More carbon, more weight, see? You need to get that weight up to pay me back, see, Shunny? Go get the green pad junior. Put it in your cloning dome, see? You're gonna get some more roots faster. Cut days off your cloning time. More harvest year round. That's right. See? Activated by humidity. 35 to 50%. So make sure that's right, okay? Go to your local hydro shop. See?
That's right. Go there now. More root, more fruit, more fruit, more root.
That's right. Yeah.
Meow. Meow.
Every Wednesday night from 6 to 10 Pacific Standard Time, who's hooking you up with the dopest grow knowledge and the freshest grow gear?
Heavy T's Grow Show. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. I love it.
Hey,
every day.
Thank you for
Every
the
Wednesday.
thank you for the birthday.
Hey, Dr. Duff, are you signing up for another one of those internet dating sites after your divorce?
Nah, I'm just ordering these freaking douchebags from China here. Just gonna be saving a lot of money on it. About $1 a bag.
Did you say douchebags?
Yeah, they're pots. They're fabric pots. They're made in China. They save $1 a bag from all the other.
Oh, it sounds like an imitation smart pot or something.
Yeah, save $1, but I'm pretty sure these douchebags are gonna work.
Dude, I had a buddy of mine who used those same douchebags. He bought them direct from China. It killed his whole garden.
Bro, what? So I'm better off spending that extra $1 on a smart pot?
I'd get a smart pot.
Don't be a Duff man. Make sure to buy the original patented Smart Pot. Check them out at smartpots.com.
Hey, yo, this is Spanky Hayes, motherfucking Spanky Hayes, funny motherfucking Spanky Hayes. Shout out to DFZRadio.com.
The hell you mean you don't know DJ Pressure?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's yours truly, Jazzy Finzel, a.k.a. Jazzy Fizzle, Mr. Oh Boy himself. I'm with DJ Pressure, man. I do it real big, man. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, boy.
We hustle hard. Team ADX and what these niggas want from me? Haters wanna eat now, you never get lunch from me. Get off my tailcoat, get off addiction. Team me niggas, team green like it's Listerine. Don't cross the squad, man. We get them off, man. We on the front court shooting, you just a ball fan. I'm on the top back, y'all do it all bad. Grind on the regular, tough competitors, all bad. Test the team, homie. Watch you fall flat. Don't want the fame, but the change. I need all that. Hustlers get your guap up. Rappers get your props up. Cause sky is the limit and we got heaven on lockup. Back down to earth, street swerving down Atlantic. Long Beach riding to death, we straight smashing. This is for my family. This is for the masses. This ADX anthem in case anyone asks me. Oh, taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Tell me who running with these shots up, boys. We say hustling. Catch me in the booth till the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life, for my life. And niggas don't want no ruckus. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we say hustling.
Hey, I rep my team, rep my city, and rep my scene. Yeah, I'm down for mine. On the grind all the time, like overtime. I ride to the death, can't do it like this, so don't try to step. Can't move it like this, so don't try to test. Got shotters on the side of me, right in my left, cause we do it so swift, we do it so sick, and we ain't gonna stop. We got money to get, we got honeys to flip, got the streets on lockdown, so why would we stop now? We holding the spot down. Sour Diesel Hennessy, a bad bitch next to me, ADX human going down up in history. Do it to the death of me, so ain't nothing left of me. Dumping off the weaponry, hold it down for centuries.
Oh, taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Tell me who wanted with these shots up, boys. We say hustling. Catch me in the booth till the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life, for my life. And niggas don't want no ruckus. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we say hustling.
Bonafide hustler, stay up in the street, grinding all day and all night so we can eat. Roll up on your homies like niggas, stick 'em up. Now bags in the stash in the back of the truck. Pounds of the diesel, throw it in the air. Tipping in the seat for my niggas who ain't here. Back on my feet after shedding a few tears. Give me 2 years, stacked up with a few mil. Niggas locked up, but the homies still here. Rapping ADX fresh in the full gear. Killing the recession, pumping on the top. Teddy Brock shot, killing blue clocks. Haters got no idea you ain't ready. It'll be a sad song if you niggas test me. Them niggas trying to send 100 cops to come get me. Gibbo sprayed a couple shots and told them bitches come catch me.
Oh, taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no ruckus. Tell me who wanted with these shots up, boys. We say hustling. Catch me in the booth till the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life, for my life. And niggas don't want no ruckus. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we say hustling.
The hell you mean you don't know DJ Pressure?
Rebel made the beat. Chop. Fucking with us, you shit out of luck. Dumb man luck, got a shit. Don't got no time to stress. Nah, I'll let the two catch a fit. Post-institutional disorder. Find out I got a shit.
You don't know DJ Pressure.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's yours truly, Jazzy Finzel, a.k.a. Jazzy Fizzle, Mr. Oh Boy himself. I'm with DJ Pressure, man. I do it real big, man. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, boy.
Let's go. Drink a little, smoke a lot.
Yeah, Heavy T's Grow Show right here. We're coming back with the grand prize question. Who's the better grower, Horty or Jarone? Jiggity, jiggity. Right here, listening to Dooney Kush right here with this song called Gatorade Blunt off that My Mixtapes release. Pressure, DJ Pressure, Volume 4. Let's go. We in this mix.
Drink, I smoke, I pop, I sip, I roll. Drink, I smoke, I pop, I sip, I roll. Smoking it up, rolling it up. Don't give a fuck about you tonight. What's in my cup? It got me stuck. Life passing me up. I'm getting high. Disappear into the night. I'm feeling alright. Never feel wrong cause I'm not wrong. Make them say who like Mike Jones. Make them say on like Percy. When I bring out the good weed, it go good with pussy. I'm in the game like 23. Yeah, I'm talking LeBron. Yeah, I'm talking like Michael. Double seal of pounds. I'm rapping it like a cipher. I got bills now. I got sales now. Living like a dun. Out here having fun. So I drink a little, smoke a lot. 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 Drink, I smoke, I pop, I sip, I roll. Yeah, drink, I smoke, I pop, I sip, I roll. Sip, yeah, drink a little, smoke a lot. 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 Drink, I smoke, I pop, I sip, I roll. Drink, I smoke, I pop, I sip, I roll. Yeah.
The hell you mean you don't know DJ Pressure?
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's yours truly, Jazzy Finzel, a.k.a. Jazzy Fizzle, Mr. Oh Boy himself. I'm with DJ Pressure, man. I do it real big, man. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, boy.
We hustle hard. Team ADX and hey, oh, what these niggas want from me? Haters wanna eat now, you never get lunch from me. Get off my tailcoat, get off addiction. Team me, niggas team green like it's Listerine. Don't cross the squad, man. We get them off, man. We on the front court shooting, you just a ball fan. I'm on the top back, y'all do it all bad. Grind on the regular, tough competitors all bad. Test the team, homie. Watch you fall flat. Don't want the fame, but the change. I need all that. Hustlers get your guap up. Rappers get your props up. Cause sky is the limit and we got heaven on lockup. Back down to earth, street swerving down Atlantic. Long Beach riding to death, we straight smashing. This is for my family. This is for the masses. This ADX anthem in case anyone asks me. Oh, taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Don't want no rockets, tell me who won it with these shots up, boys, we stay hustling. Catch me in the booth to the night, streets holding tight, grind for my life, on my life. And niggas don't want no rockets, bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping, boy, we stay hustling.
Hey, I rep my team, rep my city, and rep my scene. Yeah, I'm down for mine, on the grind all the time, like overtime.
The only one left. Saint, me, and Jordabs. Jeez. Jiggity Jerome stomped his little Oompa Loompa feet.
That's what I said. I
He was
ride
like,
to the
hold on,
death.
this is how it sounded like. As he ran off with his Oompa Loompa feet, stomping them. And Horty Chris was like, and then he was on his way out.
And then he was gone. Then they shared a Uber ride home.
They scissored all the way home.
Yeah.
Straight. Ass to mouth all night. ATM.
Whoa.
Hey, I mean, I want to hear some more music. All these people are up late. They need to stay up late.
Well, make sure you check out that DJ Pressure Pharmacy Volume 4, and check out song number 20, and let me know what's up.
All right, and the grand prize question is, who would grow better? Who would win the grow off between Jiggity and Horty Chris? That's the grand prize question. 562-653-0707. Let's hear some of the pressurized diarrhea. What's it called?
Pressure.
Pressure.
Pharmacy 4.
Under pressure.
We got Fruitsy on there. We got Little Baby. We got Quavo.
Is this your mixtape?
We got Dooney Kush. We got your boy right here, ST Saint. We got the Anthem on here. We got Young Thug.
You see, we put a back in 5 minutes sign on the shop today, and it said explosive dot.
I seen that. I was like, he couldn't even spell diarrhea.
That was Mark. St. John Bosco. Shout out. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
These answers.
Let's go.
Gotta fill up the rest of it.
Translator for ain't talked to her in a week. She got them earrings on blast, you know that watch is a beast. I go to Phil's and I spaz, man, I'm on lean and eat. And I got tags on clothes, I bought that shit in LV. And I'm designer forever, they just a dope boy in me. 1,000 piece came in, we bout to have us a feast. I'm cashing out on everything, go on there with a lease. I'm at the bank with the lawyer, I'm a free band warrior. Rapping seals in Detroit, I pull a 4 when I pull 20 racks in my jeans, and I can't wait to blow it. I'm flying private on jets, feeling very important. Five Spanish bitches, they been calling all day. I couldn't even pick up, I ain't talk to my translator today. I got tags still on clothes, I've been shopping all day. 1,000 came in, we been working all day. Money in the bag, I've been counting all day. The check so big, been at the bank all day. Bought a paint and leaning, I've been drinking all day. Swear real street niggas getting money all day. Spanish bitches, they been calling all day.
The hell you mean you don't know DJ Pressure?
What's hood? This your boy McIver, and you fucking with the #1 DJ in the city, DJ Pressure. Fuck what you heard, it's what you
I can
hear.
switch my watches with my mood swing. Pull up through the projects in that new thing. She just gave me head, she got some good brain. Give a couple dollars, just my loose chain, 1,000 or 2. I can show you what 1,000 to do. Call the plug, tell them pull up with 1,000 or 2. I got family to feed, I got niggas say they need me. Got a lot of shit on my plate, but I ain't tripping cause I'm greedy. They got my little nigga worried cause his daughter, she obese. She a premature baby and her daughter say she need him. He got fees but he don't got money, but he got a ski mask. And he got a black 4-5 screaming need more cash. A nigga asked me do I got some murder for hire. Living on a bitch I probably won't know it tomorrow. My little partner from the west side called a murder case. Said his lawyer want 100 but he got 50K. Told me that he had 50, he was halfway. Told him I got other 50, I don't want no games, no games. I don't play no games, I'm going straight off. I just want my motherfucking paper. On a private jet, me DT Tiger gangster. Tryna go into these lands and get this paper. Running through the land like I'm 6.
Amen. Like you love me and real. You're listening to DSCRadio.com. Oh, DSCRadio.com. Oh, amen. Like you love me and real. You're listening to
Here we are, dude. Billy Graham, tissue culture. I know a lot of people out there, Bill, love tissue culture, but they're scared to even delve into it. How do they get into tissue culture? What do they got to do?
Well, that's what I've been doing all this time. I kind of led a lot of this way back when. I'm still in touch with the people who are using the kits every single day. I'm traveling with my tissue culture kit, and I'm not the difficult guy. I'm the one who makes everything easy. So it's really funny. It's the last time your listeners heard me was when I was in the studio, and our whole thing was put some plants into the tissue culture tubes. Those tubes are going to give you all your new clones forever. And that's all still there. And when everyone hears about tissue culture, that's what they see from what everybody's done with every other plant. What I wanted to share with your listeners today is that really just since like November, December, we started doing some shortcuts, and it was super cool. I wanted people to do this quickly and learn fast. So we would go in and we would take the user's clones, put them into the tissue culture tubes, and then grow them just for like two weeks, and we would take them out and put them right into rooting. So that way they knew how to start and how to finish, and then they were more interested in learning what to do in between. But what's very funny is it actually turned out that that's its own thing. Dude, this is going to blow your mind because you've seen all of this stuff before. I am making cuttings from trimmings when the veg plants are going into flower, and we're taking off those limbs that are just not really going to be anything, those toothpick thin branches. When I put them in the tissue culture liquid, your listeners can't see this, but we're going to describe it. It started as a little skinny thing 10 days ago. I'm holding a 4-inch tall test tube that's full of plant and leaf that's now almost as thick as a chopstick. This started as a toothpick, and this in 10 days it's gotten this big. I'm going to take this out, put rooting gel on it, and put this right into my plug tray. This is my new plant start. Number one is I was able to make good clones from what would be trash, but I've also got all the advantages of tissue culture. Everybody looks at tissue culture, number one, to get rid of mother plants. I took this from clippings. Number two is, as long as that liquid stays clear, this is disease free. So we already know no fusarium, no powdery mildew. This is clean. We've got that whole nutrient sugar boost, so this guy's really vigorous. Number three is this is also my genetic booster because I've got all the trace metals here and the hormone stimulation. And four, that hormone, this is the branching hormone. So tell your listeners, it's already branching and it's still in a test tube. This guy starts, these little branches, every leaf you see in this tube was not there. The piece that went in this tube was a 3-inch tall little naked toothpick with a little bit of green hair. And now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nodes that are already bushing out. And I'll grab any tube in that box and I'll tell you that's the same thing. Trim the bottom, put the root gel in it, root this in 10 days to root and a couple more weeks to start getting some good top growth. But from that clipping to a whole new veg plant you could take that clipping from again is about 8 weeks, which is exactly how long your veg plant from the first time took to flower. So I've just harvested Mom. She's already chopped up in the bud basket, and now the next generation is going in, and I'm putting my next bunch of clones in. So my veg plants are my clone donors.
Damn! Hey, wait. It's that easy, dude. Seriously, you just put the gel in there, you cut the plant at like week 3 because you're like, hey, dog, I gotta get some of this bottom crap out of there. It's gonna be nothing, dude. It's gonna be short right there. And then there it is, dude. He's got a whole paper right here with a drawing, weeks 5 through 6. Dude, there it is.
You got dabs? You got dabs on you?
I got no dabs. Can you take me out of the tuna can? Got all the mics on? Oh, shit. So, Jiggity Jerome and Horty Chris did not like my grand prize question. Both of them stormed out.
They were
stomped their little
offended.
fat fucking feet. Pitter-patter of broke-ass fools running out the studio.
I think they cried when they got to the car.
Yeah, they cried. They won the
Friday.
approval of Heavy Tea. And both of them said this. Jiggity left and said, I know you're going to say that Horty's going to win. And Horty was like, yo, dog, I know you're going to say Jiggity's going to win. I'm like, neither one of you can outgrow me, so shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down, and learn from the master. Every Wednesday, 6 to 10 o'clock.
Call in.
You know why your mic gets cut off, chumps? It's because you don't know shit.
Listen up.
All right? You ain't seen shit, you don't know shit. Both of you might know a little bit of grow, but both of you suckers, I forgot more than you know. Look at Jiggity Jordabs over here. You're the new Jiggity.
Yeah, pull up that mic right there.
What's good? What's good?
Shut up, man. Your breath smells like meat pole. Stop talking.
Whoa.
And we ain't trying to attract flies around here.
Fruit flies.
So let's do this. There's going to be a grow off, and they're both going to use a 150 watt light.
150?
And they're going to grow.
What are they gonna grow?
They're going to grow in compost.
In compost.
And they're both going to grow auto flowers. And see who grows better.
I would use Malibu compost.
Malibu compost. Jordabs. I think that Horty might have left because you're here.
Yeah,
I think that he gets mad at you.
Me too.
It's all right though. I don't like you either, but you still around.
It's all good.
I love you. I love you. Okay, so this is really your opinion. Who's gonna win, Horty or Jerome? And I really, how should we do it? How should we do it? Should we do a poll? Because we have 5 callers, 5 out of 5 right here.
Right.
Okay, so should it be who gets the majority? Since it's an odd number.
That's what I was thinking, but it's up to you.
Okay. Well, then with the question, how are we going to do that? Let's do this.
Yeah, how can that work?
Well, I'm Heavy T, and I got a shitload of stuff to give away, so let's just make it 5 grand prizes.
No way.
Yeah. 5 grand prizes going out tonight, okay? It's going to include a swag pack from Blue Lab, from Green Pads, Smart Pots, Turpinator, Mission Fertilizer, Nanolux, and General Hydro and Botanicare.
Wow.
All right, we're going to make this a big deal for everyone. So everyone is going to win. Hold on, I got to get a pen out over here. We have, I'm just going to go down the line and take this.
So you're saying everybody's winning?
Everybody is going to win.
Wow.
I think that's fair. Erica, do you think that's fair?
I think it's real fair.
All right. I thought so.
Everyone's getting a grand prize.
Erica, let's get your vote. Horty or Jiggity Jerome in their grow off?
Man, Jiggity is going to blow Horty out of the fucking water.
Oh.
He grew a fucking 3-pound plant.
Oh, man.
I don't think Horty's done that.
I think it was 3.77777.
0.777.
You never know. Well, that's one vote. That's one vote for Horty. Hang on, Erica, okay?
That was Jiggity.
Yeah. Or Horty? Jiggity. That's one vote for Jiggity.
Yeah.
I wrote it down. Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Who's next?
D in Northern California.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up? So with Horty and Jiggity's little challenge, who's going to win?
Horty's been doing it for a minute, man, but Jiggity, you know what I mean? If Horty would have went into the competition, he would have won, or, you know, if that was actually the real deal, but since Jiggity got the belt, man, I got to give it to Jiggity for right now.
Oh,
that's 2 for Jiggity, 0 for Horty.
2.
Hang tight, all right, D? Hang tight. We're going to get to you.
Not yet.
I mean, you got to have some love for Horty TJ in Alaska. What's up, TJ? Hey, man, so if when Jerome and Horty get down with it, who's going to win that grow-off?
The T grow-off.
Horty.
Oh, there's a vote for Horty.
Horty's
okay,
still
all right,
alive.
TJ. Hang on.
Horty's still alive.
I think that the next question should be, are all of these people willing to bet their winnings on their choice?
That's true.
Should we just give away
you could get
2.5 and they're betting each other? No.
You could get a normal swag bag or risk it all for the grand prize.
Maybe. Let's see. I'm John in Ohio.
Hey there.
Hey, who's going to win between Horty and Jiggity?
I have a lot of history with Horty. He's helped me out so many times. I don't know Jiggity so much. I got to go with Horty, man. You know, he's really pulled me out of some real tough situations, you know?
Oh, well.
Horty's been there.
Nothing that he hasn't gotten himself into.
Right.
All right, John. That's 2 for Horty and 2 for Jiggity.
Wow, we got a tie
This
here.
is going to be the 5th
We need a
one
tiebreaker.
here. The Duffrey Nation is going to speak with Michael's voice. Michael.
What's up?
What's up?
When you're,
Keeping this tab, huh?
and you listen to the show, you hear this excellent advice both of these fucking assholes give every Wednesday. If they were in a grow-off, who would win?
Man, Jerome all day, dude.
Oh, Jerome won the poll, but not to say that everyone that came in didn't win themselves. They're going to get a grand prize themselves that includes things from Blue Lab, either a pH or a truncheon meter, some Smart Pot, some Turpinator,
Don't be a dummy.
some General Hydro, and
Triple A.
Botanicare swag. We're also going to send some Mission fertilizers,
It's
some
organic.
vermicrop, and some Granddaddy pads, guys.
Damn, that's a whole grow right
Every
there.
single one of us, we are out here doing our
That's
thing.
5 trips to the hydro shop.
We are out here doing our thing. I just hung up on someone. I think I hung up on John.
Call back.
Erica, D,
I'm here.
Michael, and John each and every Wednesday from 6 to 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Who's hooking you up with the freshest grow gear and the dopest grow knowledge?
Heavy T, motherfucking
Show.
Yeah, dig.
Radio.com.
Farmer swag.
That's what's up.
Damn.
Hey, y'all know what the truth is, though. I'd kick both these motherfuckers off in any grow off.
That's right.
They can't even carry my jock strap across the street in a briefcase that I supply for them. You understand?
Put up the standard in the
nasty.
Hey, that's why they keep asking me, you didn't bring no weed this week? No, motherfuckers, you guys smoke it on Never Smoke Your Swagola. All right, shout out to Eagle 20 for sponsoring the grow off.
Say no to mildew.
That's too much sauce.
Oh man, and
That's too
and
much
my
foul
co-host, all the guests tonight, Saint, Mark, Aaliyah, everyone. Thank you so
Yeah.
much to Duffrey Nation.
That's right.
We're gonna be back next Wednesday. Don't forget to enter the Dodger Skybox giveaway. Go to Heavy T Grow Show. Click on the link. If you're in Southern California, we're going to the Skybox. We're gonna be talking grow. So other than that, we out.